Welcome, gentlemen, back to the world of Destos. It has been long since last we parted, and when we last parted, you guys took the perilous journey up to the city of Tink, entered in, and met with Zanzan and several of the patrons and scientists and different proprietors of the city of Tink. You got a bunch of different directions and places and all fucking kinds of crazy information that lead you here and there and hither and thither and helter and skelter, allowing you guys to travel to the vastest, furthest plains of all known existence in search of that sweet, sweet, fatty wop, boys. Those high-value items so you could get new limbs and new fancy toys to hurt people with better. Then you guys went to go meet Bilbesh, and that's where we are now.
I wonder if I should have got those new arms.
Well, I hope that you guys wrote down what specifically they told you they needed. Because I have the list of things that are bartering items in Tink, but you guys asked for very specific things. So I gave you guys very specific lists of things, and if you don't remember...
Yeah, Glacier...
Watch the video.
Arcane Crystal Residue, Mama Gama, 10 pounds of rocks, sands by the
Did you ever
fissures,
find a lead?
like hallmark, brains, glands.
Definitely 10 pounds of rocks was specified better than rocks.
I said 10 pounds of rocks.
A lead to...
Right, but all you said was 10 pounds of rocks.
Residue,
Mama
Mama
Gama,
Gama,
10
10 pounds.
He's distracting you.
Okay, so you guys enter in the like empty shell of like a fake city, North Korea style, in the upper level of Tink on the surface that kind of looks like a really fancy Barbie's playhouse or like a Polly Pocket kind of style playhouse, and there are these automatons, these brass-colored clockwork automatons that are roaming around in the upper layer, and you guys go and head into what would essentially, if it were functional, be like a restaurant in order to meet with Mayor Bilbesh. Well, not Mayor, just Bilbesh.
Just Bilbesh. As soon as I get in there,
he's sitting at the table having a tea.
Bilbesh!
Oh my goodness, hello! It has been way too long and... What? This is... Every time I see this guy, he's with a new, different group of people. Oh, Darius! Hello!
Hello, Bilbesh.
Again, good to see you.
Barry, have
Where?
you met Bilbesh?
I doubt it.
No, I haven't met...
But if you did, I wouldn't probably remember it. You want a shot?
I've not met any of these other people. Where is everybody?
Either
I slide
dead
a
or
drink
gone.
over to him.
Oh, amazing. Where is... Cutgrick and Adria? Where is everybody?
They had to go their separate ways for their own personal reasons, so...
Okay.
it's just us
What are
now.
you guys up to? What have you been doing? What's up? Who are these guys?
Well, this one over here, this gold one over here, I don't remember his name. The short one is Barry. And the
Barry.
metal one over there is Coil.
Oh, I like that. It's a good name. Hey, Coil.
Thank you.
Your filter's off.
What? Thank you.
There.
I look at Coil. What the fuck was that?
He sounded like a real
Coming out of
boy.
his mouth.
Yeah, you
I want
slipped.
to be a real boy, Papa.
He's like, I'm just doing my human accent.
This is what you guys sound like.
So, what brings you guys to my neck of the woods?
Well, after figuring out
I
that
see the
whole...
world didn't end here yet.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
We fixed that, decided to speak with, I guess, whoever was in charge. Zanzan, was it? Zanzan?
Zanzan.
Yeah. did a little bit of trading, and now we're on the hunt for a vampire.
Yeah, you look like you should be on a sign for an armor shop. Look at that fucking what you got going on there. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I love it.
Also, this weird silent guy he is eyeballing me real hard over here. This tall,
Yeah.
dark, and I want to say handsome, but I'll just say
I don't
silent type.
He,
Just looking me down.
he's just been following us around.
That's a bit odd, right?
It is-
What's
it
your
is.
deal, buddy?
My deal?
My name is Kyle. Nice to meet you.
And he goes to shake your hand.
Greetings, Kyle. I'm
Do you shake
Orem.
his hand?
Yes.
You get like a quick little like zap, like he has one of those fake little hand things that zap you, but it's an actual like a tiny little shock actually.
I don't recoil, and I crush his hand a little bit.
Oh, that hurt my hand. Damn, did I deserve that? Good one, buddy.
That was a good one. Yeah, he's this one here, the shiny gold one, is trying to get the metal guy over there back to Kulta.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
So he's just
Presence was
following us
requested.
around.
Presents was requested by who?
Lord Meatball.
That's a bad name.
Lord.
That's just
Meatball.
what I call him.
That's a food, buddy.
That's what I said.
Hey, Metal Gut, what's it, Coil, right? What's this meatball guy's deal?
Meatball, he's an angry little man who likes he likes letting me hurt people. And getting
well,
money.
Do you know what crime is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like crime. Just throwing that out there. It sounds like he pays you to be a criminal, but yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. Meatball. That's just not a great name. Like, you're not gonna get a job as a guy called Meatball, you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure he was part of a criminal organization, so I don't
Yeah, he
want
had
to.
lots of
Oh.
jobs.
So this tall, weird, dark guy who just hurt my hand is, he works for...
Meatball is no criminal.
Well, I feel like that's just right off the bat not true, right? He just said he got paid to hurt people. And you're following him around. I mean, I'm calling it like I see it, you know what I mean? Like, that seems criminal.
Oh yeah.
And did he pay you to go get this guy?
No, Priest Abather did.
Oh! All right then, yeah. That's really on the up and up.
I'm sorry, Bilbesh. Who's that?
So in Kalta, right, there is basically it's like a scam church. They don't really do or worship. They just sort of get money from people. They're religious, but it's more like they're
Religious loan
religious.
sharks.
Not even a loan shark. It's really networking for criminals. I mean, they'll rent out any of their people. It's a good place for people to come and conduct illegal business, and the whole church itself is a scam.
Coil just kind of looks up at Lloyd. Like,
Well, at least now we know what this guy's about. Darius just sort of like glares at him.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's got glazed eyes over here. He seems like he's just fully entwined in all of that. Something's off. I mean, something's off, you know?
Lloyd, this guy's saying that you're off.
Something. Screw loose. Yeah, you know what I mean, metal guy? This guy over here, he's the one who's got screws, and one of them's loose.
Coil just like pops a nut out of his mouth, like ping.
Right. Exactly.
Bill Best shoots bottle rockets out of his fucking sleeves.
Oh boy. I don't miss that.
Lord Abather gives me a place to worship my gods and pay tribute to them.
Can't you just do that right here where you're standing? I don't think your god really gives a shit. Is he there? Physically? Or...
My god told me to find the priest in Kalta, and I have done so. And I will obey
There's a
them.
lot of priests in Kolta. I'm gonna just talk to you the whole time. And he turns and looks at Zelonis. So what's up, man? What brings you here?
Oh, well, just wanted to close up the business with the whole rift and see, how it is, see what we could get out of it. But
What do
we
you
are,
mean?
well,
Oh, you mean from Tink? Did they
Yeah.
let you in, right? That's
yeah,
pretty
they,
good.
they let us in and do some trade. It was great. Ever since some of the gnomes over there in Katil told us that there's some good blacksmiths and traders here. It's all been on my mind. But aside from that, we're trying to find some castle. I can't recall
Castle?
actual. Yeah, somewhere in the Dulsarge Mountains.
Well, that sounds castle. I mean, why would there be a castle in the mountains? Nobody lives there.
I live,
Carpius does.
yeah. There's a vampire named Carpius.
Oh. I mean, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Don't go. That sounds like a place not to be.
Right, but I mean, you know us. We like to get into some shit.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, you're worried about this guy trying to take this guy to the nice city, but you're trying to find a vampire's house? What the fuck is that about?
Well, it's personal
We have to
now.
kill him.
He killed
What
a
do you
friend
mean,
of ours.
Why? Of course he's a vampire. Shouldn't have gone near him.
I mean, sure, but it's kind of too late for that. He was all over Eastbourne.
I mean, that's just because I'm not there. I would have kicked him right in his ass.
I mean, things have really gone weird.
I
since
mean,
you
I would
left.
just let him stay, honestly. if he didn't ruin my day, I would have just. Yeah, that sounds
As long
fun.
as-
I mean, honestly. So what? Vampire. 1, 2. How many people go missing? 3? 5?
Well, I think he's up to a bigger operation than just feeding or killing people.
Oh. So then, for sure, don't go to his house.
No, we're gonna kill him.
Do any of you even know how to defeat a vampire?
Well, he's not exactly a vampire, remember? The Lich cured most of his vampirism. We have to kill his prime body. That's what we were told.
Okay, hold on. Wait. You buried the lead. So you said a lich cured part of his vampirism, and so you can't kill him through normal vampire killing means.
Yeah.
No, I've killed him twice already. He
So
switches
what's your
bodies.
favorite sights you guys have seen? Have you seen anything cool, maybe? Maybe a little bit of a light chit-chat. Haven't seen you guys in a couple of months, maybe.
Show him both of the Carpius dicks. I was like, we keep taking his dicks and everything.
Where's Rigel? What's Rigel up to these days?
They have the same
Being
freckle on.
dead.
Yeah, Rigel is no longer with us. He died.
I'm sorry.
I say, my Lord Rigel, and then I kiss my necklace and do this.
All right, so that's still a thing. Very good to know. What?
He's gone. He's got a church for him now and a follower, Dolfo, still.
Boy, have I been gone a while.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Dalmora, as you know, I think you know Zelmaskus now, is thriving thanks to Rigel, but unfortunately, he fought something far stronger than him, and he's no longer with
Why-
us.
Why didn't you help him?
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just couldn't. This man with these cards, we're on the road. We pull cards out of a deck.
There was a whale.
There was a whale that took all his clothes.
This is slightly word soup, honestly.
It is. It's
This
crazy.
is a lot of things you're saying to me.
It's
We're going
madness.
to a vampire's house. Also, it's not really a vampire because also he's working with a lich. Because also Rigel's dead. This criminal guy who's not a criminal at the criminal church wants to go.
It's a lot. We've been gone for a while.
He takes out a cup, and you just see it fill up with beer, and he just chugs her down, puts it back down on the table, and he's just like,
This
Reach
is why
over and I pour some orc whiskey into that same cup.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he just takes it instantly down.
Hey, Bilbesh, what do you even do, like, staying up here in, like, the top? Like, what do you do? Just hang out?
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
I mean,
I
why don't
hang
you?
out, I
Sounds
fuck
good.
with some of the gnomes. Like I'll put like traps on the elevator sometime late at night. So if anybody tries to go down there, it like catches fire or something. It's great. They all love me down there. It's excellent. They don't like me that much, but it's pretty funny for me.
Well, no, I was just thinking, why don't you go to Zalmaskus? It's like our town. We'd see you more often than just sitting around here in Tink.
The hell am I gonna
Yeah,
do
sure.
in Dalmascus?
There's plenty of people you can fuck with there.
They are easy to fuck with.
Persuasion
I'm not
check
gonna
with
lie.
advantage, Zelonis.
A what check?
Persuasion? Persuasion.
All right.
With advantage.
Full 20.
Okay. What am I gonna do for money there?
I mean, there's a bunch of things that need to be done. It's a new town getting built up.
You don't really need to do much.
What do you need money for?
To be.
Why can't we just give him a house?
Yeah, no, he can have a house. Like, he's
I need to
asking
buy
about money.
drinks and clothes and stuff. I need to buy stuff.
They just give it to you there. I never bought anything there. They just give me everything.
Oh, I'll
That's
just
true.
take
I've never had to put any money into our town.
Yeah, no, I've
I mean,
never.
I-
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll swing
That's
through.
been my experience.
Raga was always financing it.
He's actually a fucking broker god.
Yeah, cool. Maybe I'll fly on down.
Fly.
Yeah, I can fly.
You can fly. You can fly?
It's a spell. You never seen anybody fly?
Oh yeah, no. Thamur gave me that ability once.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, wizard friend we had, he died too.
And you're sure you want to go do the lich vampire thing, right?
Yeah,
You said death a bunch of times so far to me.
Oh yeah, everybody keeps dying. Everyone around me. Even
brother in
Darius
flames.
died.
oh yeah, I died. Watch. And Darius does this, and smoke starts pouring out of his hands.
Darius, the Shadow King,
Honestly,
killed
I-
Darius.
I gotta be honest. You could have told me that you always did that, and I would have just believed you. But so I'm sorry that you died, but that's pretty par for the course, is what it looks like to me.
It's been a wild ride. I'd like to just sit, have drinks with Bilbesh, and just recount the events since we left him last.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys sit and
I'll
just
introduce
kind
him to. Sorry, I'll introduce him to Jeb too.
Right.
Gibraltar.
He goes, oh. Okay. So let's do Jeb first. Then Gibraltar comes out. Jeb, he goes, oh yes. I've heard many stories about you. It's nice to meet you, sir. Very quite nice.
Got a bit of a guy here, huh? A little bit of a guy.
What do you mean?
I mean, you tell me. What's this guy's deal?
Oh, he's my well, it's a not really a squire, but he's under
You've
my
acquired a
rule.
young boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Keep it up, buddy. Looks like you're doing great.
And then you introduce him to Gibraltar, and he just goes,
Nice to meet you.
Gibraltar goes,
Yeah, likewise.
and they stare at each other for way too long.
Oh, I'm sensing some tension here.
Not for me. I've got no reason to have tension here.
They didn't look at you, they just stayed staring into each other's eyes the whole time.
Can I do a insight check to see what the mood is like? Like, do these people know
Yes.
each other?
Uh-huh.
Oh, 4.
Okay, well, so you're not gonna need it. You're like, are they like? I think that they're bonding right now. They seem. This is going really well. I'm glad that they're meeting each other.
All right.
You see that Gibraltar vanishes into a poof of smoke and appears behind Bilbesh and grabs him by the ears from behind, and he like starts yanking his ears back. He goes,
Give me your fucking money, idiot! Give me the money! You know, give me the goddamn money!
and
Whoa,
you
whoa,
see
whoa.
that
Where's
Bilbesh
the money,
reaches
Lebowski?
behind his head, and he grabs Gibraltar's ears, and he throws him forward through, like across the room, and Gibraltar goes tumbling onto the ground. And he goes,
You aren't owed anything from me!
Hold
So,
on. What's going on here? What?
Yeah, what's this?
You had mentioned about the vampire. You had... we're old gambling buddies, me and this guy. Never
I-
gamble with a goblin.
I should
by
have
the way.
known, guys. Mayor Trickster and King Goblin. Why wouldn't they be poker buddies? You
Of
know.
course. Oh my god. How much does he
Every-
owe you?
This guy owes me more money than I've ever even seen before. You
I mean-
are a cheat and a liar, and when we're betting on combatants, you can't poison who I bet on. You have to understand that you can't win this bet if you're poisoning my bets. There's nowhere in the rules that says can't use poison. You have this guy too. You guys,
I like to collect people. What can I say?
it really shows.
Straight from the Feywild, from a throne. He was a king.
He's not even from the Feywild.
What?
He was a king.
Good for him. According to who, he was a king. For how long? Gibraltar, how long you're a king? How long you're a king? Tell them how long you were a king. Doesn't matter. I was a king.
He was a king like a week ago. He was a king like almost like a month ago or something.
But apparently not for that long.
This guy's not a fucking king.
It was a nice castle.
Very nice.
Yeah. Whose castle was it then, Gibraltar? Whose castle were you in? You're in the Feywild. Was it... Goblin Castle? Probably not. Gonna guess probably not the Goblin Castle. No, doesn't seem like that. Whose castle were you in? I was a king. Doesn't matter.
Now
yeah,
I'm curious.
it was like
It was a very fancy castle.
yeah, it was. It had like a big waterfall and there was a bridge.
Yeah, it looked good.
Here, Gibraltar, have a drink. I hand him a big pint.
I mean, it seems like he was in the castle of the King of the Sealy Fae. If I'm honest with you, it doesn't seem like he was in the Goblin Kingdom.
Yeah,
In the
that seems correct.
Right. Yeah. Sure. And how did you wind up being the king, you sniffling little shit? Was it because you were the most qualified, or who'd you poison to become the king? Kings shouldn't be spoken to this way. King my ass.
he spits, like, it honestly comes out like a bullet, just super hard, and it goes super far and just hits Gibraltar right in the eye. Gibraltar just
hold on
wipes it,
there.
and then they continue to stare at each other more.
Oh boy.
Darius
Alright.
takes out a couple daggers. Do you guys want to settle this? Because
Bilbesh produces flame in his hand. He goes,
Oh, I wouldn't need a dagger, my friend.
All right. Let's cool it. Let's have a drink. We can discuss. We can put this to the side and just get belligerent drunk for right now. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Perfect. I like drinking.
So do I. Boy.
So you guys hang out for a while recounting tales. He tells you a story of how he created marionette puppets to do a puppet show, but he did it with live mice that he paralyzed, and then he basically just let a bunch of rats like loose in like a little workshop in Tink, and then he cast reduce enlarge on them and made them giant rats, just to kind of see how the little tiny gnomes would handle it. He tells you a story about how he went out of the city, and he cast like reduce enlarge, like to shrink the size of like a regular cricket out there, and then bring it into the city so that way it looked like it had gone through the tunnel. But then after the spell wore off, it just became a giant one. After he had left for the day, just all of a sudden there was a giant cricket inside of there. You tell these stories of like all these fucking way too over the top pranks that he's pulled on the city.
So,
damn.
maybe I will head to
Bill Bash.
Zalmaskis.
Yeah.
Bill Bash,
Yeah.
what's your favorite prank?
I like to get a water elemental and have them go like limp and fill like a wash tub, and then I convince somebody to get in as a bath. And then I like to have the water elemental start freaking out and like grab onto whoever's inside of there and give them a real good scare.
Oh,
Jeez.
man.
Coil's just like water elemental.
It's like water, but can hurt you.
Like a swirly.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
That is some serious shit right there.
Yeah, because
Oh.
like sometimes they'll almost even like they'll drown a little bit because they're inside of a water elemental.
Hey, Darius, this sounds like something you'd like to do.
Maybe, but I thought of
Darius know
something.
water elemental?
Bilbesh, how long were you in Eastbourne?
Few years.
You knew about the sacrifice pit, right?
What are you talking about?
There was like a pit with like runes that bodies got dumped in.
Oh, I mean, yeah, body pit.
Body
Yeah.
pit. That's what Icarus called it. Or
Yeah.
We found a bunch of ancient.
Well, I'm the
runes.
one who told Icarus about it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
found a bunch of ancient runes down there that like made the chamber move. It was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, nobody could tell us what the runes meant, so we did find out that if you attack it long enough, it just like and like leans. I mean, Eastbourne's built in stone, so burying bodies kind of hard. You just drop them in the hole. Then the room sort of takes care of itself.
I thought we found out what it actually meant, though, Darius.
Did we?
It changes
Yeah.
one's fate. Yeah, we had Edka
That's right.
help us.
Yeah, but what does that really mean?
Right, and it was never discussed when those bodies were rotting out in the street.
True.
Wow. Why would I tell you guys?
We were causing mayhem back then.
Right.
The good
You
old
guys are
days.
dickheads. I'm not going to tell you about my secret pit. I don't know if you know this, but there's not a sign indicating where it is, what it is, right?
Right, now
So-
it's hidden.
Right. So hidden meaning secret, and then secret inherently. Of course, it was never brought up because it was a secret.
Secret.
Right. Yes. So you are correct. When you guys set bodies on fire, the one single week it wasn't raining in my city, I didn't tell you about my secret pit. Correct.
Oh, hey, Icarus is dead.
What? Who's mayor now?
He's a tough bastard. Well, he was a tough bastard.
Who's mayor now?
Zarlo.
Yeah.
Who's the sheriff, not the mayor, right?
Sheriff. That's what I said. Who's sheriff now?
I think they're gonna hold an election for it. I think, what's his name? I forget his name. Was gonna take over.
Who?
Guantanamo the second.
Please don't tell me the name that I think you're gonna tell me.
Bernardo or something.
Bach Resnal.
Bach Resnal.
That's the guy.
That is the guy.
Bach Rosnell is gonna be the sheriff of Eastbourne. That's so. That guy disappears for long stretches of time.
Well, what
Oh,
does he do? Is he invisible?
I said disappear.
Oh, Darius.
Yeah, but no. Well, he likes the big fan things. He's always up there.
Windmills, yeah.
So yeah, it's like knowing that a bird's gonna be in the tree or a gopher's gonna be in the ground.
Darius
But
is
like,
gonna
where
be
does
in the
this
windmill.
guy go?
Yeah, where
Where's
does
this
he go?
guy's windmill?
I don't know. Bach Rosnell wanders off into the cave and disappear for
So,
days at a time.
so let me rewind here and tell
I just
you
dropped my grinder on my cock.
the
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Somebody get him some milk.
So what had happened was, we returned to Eastbourne. We found out that not only were there werewolves, there was Carpius the vampire taking people, killing people, but also Icarus allowed this for his own just reasons. We brought it up, and the verdict for his crimes of neglect and him allowing this were death by combat, so I fought with him. And unfortunately, I had to put him down. When we tried to stay there to maintain the order after his absence, we basically had enough of the verbal abuse from the guards. Understandably, we killed their leader. Understandably,
We killed their abuser, but yeah.
Eastbourne guys.
Yeah, we did kill our abuser. You're right.
But we decided to leave, and we didn't see through that Bach Resnal. We didn't vet him or anything. Like
Yeah,
we
there's
wanted
something
to.
off about that guy. Although I guess I don't really care, because it seems that
wait.
even when somebody's in charge of the guard, you guys just show up and kill him anyway. So seems like the town guard is kind of a useless. I mean, I was right, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, good, cool. There's a town guard. The reason there's a town guard, you guys show up and then you killed them. So I mean, kind of a useless town guard when you
Pretty
really
much.
think about it. You said he let in the vampire guy.
No, they weren't completely useless. We got good practice on them.
All right.
So, what do you know? I'm sorry, Bilbesh. My mind is always on task, and I have to ask, what do you know about Bach Resnal, other than he would disappear?
Just that he's a weird guy. I don't know. Something off about him.
What did he used to do?
I don't know. I think he was just like a collector of things. He collected. I mean, maybe he was an archaeologist. Spent a lot of time in caves. Had a nice collection of like treasures and stuff. I don't know.
I know exactly who he is.
Who is he?
I think I got it. I looked to Darius. Darius, remember when the dragon wasn't in the caves?
yeah.
So now you're telling me there's a fucking dragon?
Bach Resnal's
Wait.
the dragon.
Honestly,
We
I might
met
just go to,
a dragon?
A
just
dragon
go to
can't be a
Trisdale.
sheriff.
It
I might
can.
just go to Trisdale, honestly. What do you mean a dragon can't be a sheriff? Dragon would make
I would
a great
listen
sheriff.
to a dragon. Yeah, I would listen to a dragon.
So what?
Yeah, he can do anything he sets his mind to.
If he's
Or sets
determined
fire
enough.
to.
Yeah, but what if Bach Resnal is that golden dragon?
There's not much we could do then, huh?
I mean, he's not a threat. I don't think he just used the goblins inside the tunnels to steal from the town. I guess that is pretty bad.
I mean, at this point, based on everything, he used the tunnel goblins to get treasure. Cool. Yeah, add him to the list of Hall of Famers. I mean, every other day in Eastbourne, there's something fucking crazy going on.
Really is. We try to get away from that place, but now we have another reason to go back. At least I think so. Not that I think he's a threat or anything, but it's very interesting. And I would like to talk to Bach Resnal, despite the guards hating us. We also gotta apologize for breaking his crystal.
What if we go in? What if we go in at night incognito?
He would know.
Yeah, I mean, he is a big dragon.
Not when he's a human, if you're talking about.
Well, I mean to
guy.
avoid the people who make fun of us for being stupid.
Well,
Like,
I mean, we could
I mean,
just ignore them.
Guys, it's Eastbourne. If you were worried about people
Hurts my
making fun of you for being stupid, I was mayor for years. I mean, you just get used to it.
Do you ever want to go back home?
No, I'm not even from here.
I know you're not from here. You've told me that.
So you mean go home? Home?
Home.
No. Nothing for me there. I don't get homesick anymore. I get hungry, and then horny, sometimes thirsty. I like to take a
Light
shit.
another drink in front of him.
This whole
Just
time,
light another drink.
every drink you slide, he takes down, but he keeps just refilling his infinite mug and just taking drinks from it as you guys are hanging out.
He goes, but no, I'm not. I'm not homesick. Home is where you make it. This is my home now.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot. It's nice to have something stable. I guess that's why I cling so much to Zelmascus, and I guess I look over to Darius, and I guess the last person I met when I first got here, since everyone else is gone or dead. And I look to
I mean,
Barry.
even one of the remaining ones died, so...
That is true. Barry, don't die. I can't take another.
I've outlived them all. I could die on any day.
Oh God.
I'm twice my expected life expectancy.
I lean
That's
over
impressive.
to Bill Bash. He thinks he's an orc.
Oh, that's... Of course he does. He's with you.
We have
I wouldn't expect anything to be logic or make sense if you're telling it to me.
Yeah.
The dragon's gonna be sheriff, vampire that's not a vampire who's working with a lich who lives in a big house in the mountains. Yeah, no, all of that. That's correct. Yep. Right. Because you are you guys, so
We are
of course
we.
that's the case.
Aurum takes
Oh,
out some pebbles and puts
Mona
them
and
in his
Keep-
mouth. Starts chewing them.
Yep, right, even that. Of course.
Mona and Key packed up and left too.
I know. That I know.
Do you know where they're at?
Of course I do.
Is there any way you could tell us?
Yeah, they're in the north. They're in the Haradi Wilds.
But anywhere specific so we won't get lost? Trying to
Oh,
find them?
I mean, fuck, good luck not getting lost in the Haradi Wilds, even if you know where you're going.
Oh man.
Yeah, that forest is not a normal forest. That,
Of course it's
kind of
not.
alive. Hey, yeah. Why do you think that it's so uninhabited?
Oh man. Heard there's pygmies up there.
Yeah, you could say that again, little fuckers.
Are they dangerous?
Honestly, yeah, and they remind me a lot of this little fucker next to you.
Aurum? Yeah. I can see that.
Honestly, I will say in terms of it wouldn't surprise me if they ate rocks, but no, this little goblin fuck with you.
Oh, Gibraltar, gotcha.
Reminds
Kinda
me
like
of it in
that-
death.
It kind of looks like I'm chewing tobacco, but like a little crunchier, and I like spit some dust out,
Why would you do that?
but because it's kind of like tobacco,
No, I'm
but
asking
it's
Aurum.
done. Oh, my bad. I'm hungry. Wanted something to do.
You eat rocks?
I don't exactly eat them, but a little bit. I swallow a little bit. I spit out most of it.
So it's like sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't need sunflower seeds.
Of course not. Of course you don't.
Good times. Oh my god. Do you have any way of
It's exactly
messaging
like
Mona?
course I do. For what?
See if she knows anything about this castle, the whereabouts. I'd hate to try to either A, waste time or threaten their existence there, because I feel like that's why they moved, was because of us. So I don't want to put them in threat anymore.
Yeah, what do you want me to ask her?
Darius, what was the name of the place?
Which place?
The Carpius' castle. Do we know?
Eureka's castle.
I don't know if we got a name. Hold on.
It was Eureka.
I feel like you guys did get a name and also basically a location.
Yeah,
Sorta,
I think.
kinda?
Yeah, the area got circled on our map, and Darius pulls out his map.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot. That's right. Zonzon gave us directions, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. I didn't listen to the fucking thing. My bad.
Me neither. I just remembered.
I got a bad memory. That's why I record it.
Well, I also wrote that Zonzon had the location, and I had it. I mean, technically, it is written in front of me because I do have my Tink notes in front of me. So, to be fair, I'm not cheating, just diligent, which amen to me.
I'm chewing these rocks
Yeah.
and I spit them in I spit the excess into a small pouch as I chew.
What are you gonna do with the pouch?
Excuse me?
You wanna play rock, paper, scissors with me?
Okay.
Alright, on the 4 count, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Nice.
Did I win?
No, you lost. Fucking rock guy picked rock. The rock guy picked rock.
Rock guy picked
I knew he was gonna pick rock.
Stupid.
This guy's fucking obsessed with rocks over here. See that? Eating rocks, picking rock, and rock, paper, scissors.
I don't even.
But I pretty much spit sand into a pouch over time.
What's with the pouch of sand, though?
Pocket sand.
It's for later.
Oh, like a little treat.
Like a little treat.
Bill Besh takes an empty cup and just starts spitting into it. Just spit from his mouth. He goes,
In case I get thirsty later, I guess. We'll try it out.
Fuck. All right. So I mean, if we know where we need to go, Bill Besh, let me be straight with you. I think I'm in
You
love.
don't have to.
and he winks. Okay. No, he didn't say that. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I think I'm in love.
Sorry.
Bumka.
Oh, he's not being straight at all, actually. It just turns out.
The one that travels with them. Her name is Bubka. Dark skinned
Okay.
tiefling. Very beautiful.
What do you know about her?
He just told you.
Got it. Dark
Not-
skinned, beautiful, and that he's in love. All right.
Not
He likes
enough.
big bubkas and he cannot lie.
You just have that feeling, you know? You just get it and you run with it. Doesn't happen a lot.
Run with it or rub with it, buddy, because I think that you're talking maybe about a different feeling there.
I mean, let things lead where they go.
I
guess.
asked what you know about her, and you described what she looked like.
She's
So-
quiet, she's reserved, and she's fierce.
Okay.
She's a
Reserved,
good fighter.
by the way, just for the record, you said 2 things, not 3 just there. She's quiet. Inherently, then she's reserved, right?
Sure.
And
I
then
guess.
fierce isn't reserved, though.
In combat, come on, there's 2 different things.
All right. Go. You know what, buddy? Go get her.
I would like to, I just don't know how to get to her. She's wherever Key is now. That's the problem.
Get to her, or come to her.
Oh my god.
He actually nudges Gibraltar on that. He's getting a little drunk.
Nice. Yeah. Like orgasms.
I mean, any communication, any way I can get in touch with her at least. Send her something. I have something for her. As stupid as it sounds.
Oh, so she didn't leave you a way to get in touch with her.
No.
Right. Okay. So, I'm not an expert on love, Zalonis. I've had a couple of wives over the years. But, generally, a way not to get into somebody's good graces is to go to a stranger and see if he can reach out to somebody else to have that somebody else say that you said hi.
So you're saying I should go
Because
there.
we're gonna come back to that. Just hold that thought. I don't know Bubka, so I could only send to Mona, who would then have to tell Bubka. But additionally to that, at no point did I say go there. But you could. I mean, yeah, you know what, buddy? Maybe she's very quiet and reserved, and you know what she looks like? She seems like the type who's waiting to be swept off her feet, if I'm honest with you. Tiefling, so part demon, got that going for her, very good.
You're messing with me.
It's honest. That's not really my MO. I'm not really known for messing with people.
Yeah.
This entire time, Darius has just been slamming his head on the table.
He's using a wooden knife that he carved to carve a piece of wood into a knife.
What, Darius? You don't believe in love?
Zalanis. He just sighs and continues hitting his head on the table.
He looks at him. He locks eyes with Darius, and for a moment, you and him just have this silent, like, yep, like this total connection of, yeah, he totally can relate to what you're doing right there.
I want you to be happy, Zalonis, and if kidnapping this demon girl is the way for you to do it, then don't get caught. Also, Mona might kill you. Probably. Fuck
Alright,
it, just show up. Right?
Oh.
Go bring. She's a demon, right? Bring her a soul or something. Bring her the soul of a dead one. Demons like things like that. Bring her. Oh, bring her. Yeah. Soul. Give her a soul coin.
Well, how about... Well, I don't have one. Where would I get
Well,
one?
you could go to hell. You ain't gonna have to go to hell.
That's kind of rude.
I mean, literally. You'll have to go to the 9 hells to get a soul coin.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah, he just told you that's what he just said. That's
Remember
what you need.
earlier when I said something
Pretty hot.
and you go, you're messing with me,
Very
and then I
romantic.
said no? The time where I said go to the 9 hells and get a soul coin, that's where I was messing with you. I just thought it was funny because you're talking about
Oh.
lich vampire combos and kind of vampires who live in big mountain houses, and you're gonna kill that guy, I guess, somehow.
Bill Besh, could you at least ask Mona if we're welcome? If we could go to Key.
Do we really have to bring a soul with us?
No.
I didn't even hold one.
Oh no, I was making fun of him, my friend. I was being mean to him on purpose to make myself smile.
Oh.
It's an entire work day.
Yeah, you want me to send a message to Mona? It is very late at night, so she's maybe sleeping.
Oh, I guess we could wait till tomorrow?
So,
That's
okay,
okay with
so
you?
you want to go to sleep, and you want me to send to Mona and say, can Zalonis pop by with a bunch of strangers?
Well, she knows Darius. And Coil. And Barry. They're not strangers. We're family.
What about, I mean, you got the goblin, got this very quiet. Very quiet. He's not even sitting. This Jeb guy's been standing this whole time.
Jeb, what? Sit down.
I must be on guard at all times.
Oh, we're fine here, Jeb. It's okay. You're not my bodyguard. I'm here to train you, son. Sit down, have a drink, relax.
Well, if you're not protected, how am I to train with you if you're not protected?
Sit down, I'm fine.
He sits on the floor.
Oh, God. I give him a drink.
Just a water for me. I'm still not used to being tiny. It's strange.
Oh, you get used to it.
I can see we're outside. Inside maybe, but we're outside now. Look up at the trees. You see them?
Oh, yeah. They're huge.
It's like some straight up Honey, I Shrunk the Kids looking shit to you.
Just grass, giant blades.
I was trying not to pay attention to it. It's slightly concerning for me.
It is.
You get used to it and you don't.
Oh, but yeah, I think I'm good for the night. I'm gonna call it. If anyone wants to stick around, I'll join you, but...
Are we staying in Tink for the night?
Oh, yeah. They got places to sleep here.
You could just stay in my estate.
Nobody lives up here but him, right?
The
Cool,
robots
kind
that
of
are
like-
wondering.
Did you trap your house?
What are you talking about? Trap it how? It's not trying to run away from me. Trap my house. This guy.
Coyle just kind of like pokes around up underneath the rug and shit. Just like looking underneath. Wow.
Oh, you guys haven't gone to his estate yet. You guys are still at the bar. Well,
Oh.
restaurant thing.
Oh.
Kind of. Have you ever seen the movie Kingsman 2?
No.
Okay, well, there's this weird restaurant at the end of it. That's kind of what it looks like in my head.
Yeah, guys, come with me. Come with me. We can go. I'll give you a place to sleep.
Excellent.
He takes you over to his estate, and he opens the door and he goes,
Go ahead, head on in.
Coyle, go ahead after you.
Coyle takes a step in.
"Give me a dexterity saving throw."
I knew.
Always. 9 times out of 10. Without fail.
17.
17. A bottle rocket goes, just flies right by your head out the front door and explodes in the street.
Coyle just shifts his head to the left really fast and is like, I knew it!
High five, Bill Bash.
He high-fives you.
I like that you got new guys. Still people falling for that, huh?
You should do the
This
book one.
guy. The book one's pretty good. Zelonis fell for this a lot of times.
Every time, actually.
Yeah, and Bill Besh kept doing this kind of shit and leaving his door ajar when people were showing up dead in his town.
Yeah. There are times that I should have been the most serious. They never saw it coming. Because they're like, this guy's the mayor. He should be taking these murders seriously. But instead, no. I spent 6 hours a day setting up jokes. It was great.
6 hours a day.
It's a prank, bro. It's a prank.
I don't get it.
Here. Stone guy. Pull my finger.
I hold his finger
Uh-huh. Do you pull it?
and I pull it.
His whole hand comes off, and it looks like you ripped his hand off, and it's like spurting out blood. And he's like,
Ow! You ripped off my hand! You ripped off my hand! Why
I just
did
kind
you
of look
do
at the hand.
it dissipates
Orm, what
into
the
like
fuck?
it dissipates into like dust in your hand. He goes,
Now do you get it?
No.
No.
Why don't you sleep on the couch, bud?
"Are you just staring at him when he says that to you?"
Or, you know what? Stand right there and be unsettling. No problem.
He closes the door. He shows everybody to their rooms, and you see a clockwork automaton comes out, and he goes, "Oh, Bilbesh, you're home. I've made you some tea." He goes,
Ah, thank you, Clockbirdo.
Birdo?
Yeah, so, I mean, they got these, whatever, guards or something. I changed one. Made it my guard. Butler. I made it my butler.
Is it like Coil? And Darius like looks at that and looks back at Coil.
No, it's like it almost looks like it's on like a unicycle. It almost kind of looks like a steampunk clockwork robot, as opposed to a combination of organic and inorganic matter like Coil, who's humanoid. This looks like a clockwork robot.
Okay.
I would like to have one of those.
This one's mine. Get your own.
You should help me get one.
Kinda grim looking.
You're not so much of a looker yourself. And he turns around to the train, wheels off into the kitchen.
It's okay, Coy. I think you look good.
Coil is like rubs a little wax on his head. Shot himself
I'll
up.
show him.
Hey,
Not a
Barry.
looker.
You want to fight before bed?
I'm always ready for a fight. Punch him in the leg.
Well, all right. just for time's sake, Mike, I'd like to just insert the fight we had last week into this slot for tonight.
Okay, you guys fight. Barry is hammered. All of his attacks are reckless because in general he's acting recklessly. And you end up it's almost kind of like the end of Rocky 3, where it's that like photo finish, like it's the eye of the tiger, and like you see the hand on each face, but like in Barry's mind, he could have gotten knocked out, or he could have just passed out unconscious drunk. One of those two happened. But you're still conscious, so you're like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Good
kicked his
night,
ass
buddy.
even.
Hell yeah.
I'll tuck him in.
Alright. So everybody goes to sleep for the night. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do before they go to bed?
Coil, before he kneels down to meditate, he's gonna go ahead and do a perception check or an investigation to make sure there's nothing waiting him. Nat 20. That's gonna be the only one I ever fucking
Nothing
get.
waiting for you where, my friend.
I guess. Does he have his own private room?
Mm-hmm.
And he's
So
gonna
you're
check,
checking the door?
He's gonna check all on the door and the floors, like anywhere he's gonna be actually kneeling.
Okay, so as you're checking along the edge of the door, you find like a little tripwire. So
Alright.
like if you were to have opened the door, it would have set something off.
All right, I have a thieves tool and can
You're gonna
use it.
disarm the trap?
Yeah, I want to disarm it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dexterity check, like a sleight of hand or something.
Wow, and then a 19 plus 5.
No,
Nice.
This red
nice.
dice
Yeah,
die.
you disarm the trap and are able to get into the room with no problem.
All right, he kind of like chuckles to himself and he kneels down and starts meditating.
Cool. All right. Does anybody else want to do anything before bed?
Am I
Go ahead.
after
Owen.
you? No, I insist.
All right. I'll clean myself off from all the fighting me and Barry had and pray to Bahamut.
Cool.
Just asking for a favor.
Give me a religion check. Do you want to ask her something specific?
More or less just guidance on our next ordeal, the whole vampire thing.
Got it. Okay, go ahead and give me a religion check.
19.
In your heart, you feel heroic and like if you don't tackle the things that bring you fear and danger head on, as a dragon would, then you're not living as a dragon should.
Hmm.
Wow.
Darius' head explodes for that.
I'm sorry, I got a mental like playing of Eye of the Dragon. It's the Eye of the Dragon.
He's got an ass like a wagon.
Nice.
And that's it for me.
Okay. So I'm sitting in the living room on the couch.
Okay. So, like, your legs, you're almost using Barry, like, sleeping as an ottoman.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry's.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
fought just in the living room. So he's just loud dwarf snoring.
Okay, so I want to take that little bag of sand I created over the
Mhm.
night, and I want to cast level 4 Fabricate to make a glass vial
Okay,
with the sand I created,
cool.
and
Store more sand in there.
and then I want to. Can I do it again?
Do you have another 4th level spell slot?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Right?
I was just trying to, understand the time we were. How long were we there? And since we've been drinking.
I would say probably 3 or 4 hours. It was already pretty late. Like, you guys were in Tink for a considerable amount of time.
Okay, so I create 2 glass vials, and I want to use my treasure sense of at least 100 GP worth.
Okay. So
Where the fuck did I write that?
what's your range for treasure sense?
100 feet.
So you're sitting on the couch in the living room. Yep. So, the wall in front of you on the right, there's a bookshelf, and you determine that there are several books on the bookshelf worth 100 or more GP.
Cool. I pick one up that looks like it would be of interest to me.
Of interest to you? What kind of things are of interest to your character?
Let's see. Rocks, smithing, glass blowing, jewelry, crafts.
Okay, hold on.
Grocery list.
I like long walks. I like shells.
Survival, history,
I like mowing lawn.
Libra.
dwarves,
I like shells.
elementals.
I don't like sand dollars.
Where the fuck did I write this?
Oh man. I don't
Turn-offs include male pattern baldness.
I'm gonna need to ask you a question that you're gonna need to answer me. Correct. But you're gonna need to do your best to impartially tell me the in-character truth for your
Okay.
character.
Okay.
Would Orem pick up a book that says, "The thickest there is"?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh daddy.
Oh, it's deep.
We're talking in context, though.
Oh yeah.
You have treasure sense on the book. you're looking for
Sure.
books that pique your interest, one of the books on there is called The Thickest There Is. So you have Baubles, Bowls, and Bottles. Baubles, Baubles.
Baubles.
Baubles. Yeah.
It's
Bau-
a bubble.
Baubles is how it's pronounced. Thank you. In the specific, Bauble is
Yeah.
a human. Not a human. He's a person. Baubles apostrophe
Worst
S,
cereal ever.
Baubles.
Baubles, bowls,
Bowls.
and bottles.
Bowls.
I wouldn't want that
And
cereal.
bottles.
Yes.
It's a beautiful bubble. And
So not baubles at all.
No. Well, he's thinking of the word bauble, which is Bauble, which
Yes. What
is
is
an
it one
actual
more
word.
time?
Huh?
What is it
Or
one
like
more time?
bowel.
Say one more.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm asking.
bowels, bowls, and bottles. What's the question?
And that's wait. So this is a second book, or that's what the book is? The thickest there is.
Bowels, bowls, and bottles is a book on
Holy
crafting.
shit.
Um,
Sorry, I just found my knife. I've been missing it for almost 2 weeks.
Nice.
It's in my pocket.
nice.
This is a second book.
No, do you want to look in the book, or do you want me to tell you the next book?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is this the same book as the thickest there is?
No, we're not there
Okay.
yet. This is the first
Okay.
book, Baubles, Bowls, and Bottles.
Okay.
Bauble apostrophe S, because Bauble is a person.
Yes, I got that.
Okay,
I got
Baubles, Bowls, and Bottles. It's a book on enchanted glass blowing.
Oh.
So making containers that can hold magic things and containers that can improve things you put into them.
Okay.
And does it tell you it doesn't tell you what the exact price is, right? It's over 100 GP approximately, but
Let's see. The location. The sense usually. I could do an appraisal roll.
okay.
We decided.
Okay, so it's worth
with
100
advantage.
or more GP.
Yeah, with advantage.
If you want to do a specific appraisal roll, there's not that many people who would be interested in that specific book in Khalid, so I could give you a generalized value. If you want to do an appraisal roll, or we can.
Well,
move on to
I have a knowledge about like 200.
yeah, that's probably
Okay,
around there.
well, I'll do that some other time.
Then you have Bernadette Sands.
Okay. Briefly, what is?
This is just a book that talks about using sands to essentially terraform and change terrain to become more advantageous for you in times of need. Specifically, that of sand and or crumbling rock.
Okay.
I.e., things like making stairs in the side of a cliff face and such.
Yes.
And then there is the book that just reads The Thickest There Is.
I opened the thickest there is just to see
You pull it off the shelf, you mean, because now I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
a strength
Turns
saving
into
throw.
a book.
Okay. Ooh, that was almost really good. It's a 13.
So you pull this book off the shelf, and it just starts growing and becomes so heavy that you just drop it, and it just almost Nutty Professor style grows to be like the size of like think a small storage unit. And instead of like pages in a book, there is a door with a doorknob on the front.
How much does that look of worth?
It looks to be worth a pretty penny. It's a valuable book. Although, hold on, that made so much noise. I need to see if anybody heard you. Clarkberto probably heard you. You'd think he would have. Okay, so nobody heard this somehow this very, very loud noise of you.
We don't get to perception for it, or
Huh?
we don't get to perception for it.
If you're sleeping, I mean, you could if you want to.
I would think it'd be passive, though.
Yeah, I mean, what's your
You're
passive
sleeping, bro.
perception? Yeah, passive, but not even, right? You're sleep.
14.
14, yeah, no, you don't hear shit.
Okay.
And you'd also roll disadvantage because you're asleep.
What about me? Because I'm meditating. Not disadvantaged.
You can give me a perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would say that Coil specifically is, like, weary of things in general in this house.
14, 15, 17.
So you heard some loud thump noise downstairs. It sounds kind of like when Barry and Zelonis were fighting downstairs.
So Coil just opens his eyes, shakes his head, and says a little like, fuck that, and then closes his eyes again.
Okay, so you're standing in front of this giant book that has pushed furniture out of the way and is now the size of like a small storage unit with a door on the front.
Yes. How big is that in-game? Can you use the in-game vocabulary? Is that less than huge?
Yeah, it's like 10 by 10.
I'm desperately looking for my domain.
That'll.
Because I would like to do something. And that would be better understood if I could find my domain real quick.
Are you stealing these other two books, by the way?
Um,
I was
To be
gonna say
determined.
taking, but it is.
one
stealing.
one is giant huge. Holy shit! Why can't I fucking find it?
Here's the link.
That's no. But I'm using. Let's see if it's on here.
Isn't this the one you sent me?
I'm using a. Is it? Let's see. Oh yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Wow.
All right. Is it? Would you say it's large, and is it non-magical?
It's is the book you took off the shelf and grew to be a 10 by 10 foot room non-magical? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I love that.
Okay.
face.
I don't think I'd say that.
I start to sweat. Then dust. I start dusting.
That's so much more embarrassing than sweating.
Can I wrap my arms around the book? Is it like arm's length?
How
I
tall
try
are you?
I try to close the book.
Strength check.
The book's not open.
Yeah, I try to compress it.
Oh, it doesn't. There's a room in the room now.
There's a room in the room? Can I
Yes,
open the door?
you could try.
Alright, try opening the
Locked.
Pick the lock, Mr. Criminal.
door. Yeah, I just might.
Oh fuck me!
You don't
Uh,
see a lock on the door.
Okay.
Is it magical?
I wonder if it's magically locked. The book that goes from on a bookshelf to the sides of a room. I wonder. Yeah, you know what? It is unlocked. You can walk right in there, buddy.
Shit.
The next time someone casts magic crystal, I'm gonna do a check to see if it's
Is it magical? fuck me.
Okay, hold on. I got this. Oh my god. Can I get cubic feet of this book?
What's
A
10 by
solid
10?
number.
Cubic feet? You mean like how voluminous it is?
Yeah. You said it's 10 by 10?
Yeah.
It's a
So
lot of
1,000
volume.
cubic feet.
Okay. So it's 10 cubic feet?
1,000.
1,000. Fucking. How do you. Your brain works sometimes. I swear to my.
Because volume of a cube is area.
It's 100 cubic feet.
Cubed. Cubed.
You're thinking
Yeah.
square.
Cubed. You didn't say area. The cubic footage is 100. The cubic volume is 1,000. Because it's 100, 10 times up. Or
Yeah.
another good way to say that, Mark,
100.
1,000.
I could just see numbers flying all over, just like fucking.
It's like it's like that thing in Hangover where he's got the numbers
Yeah.
floating past his head. So okay, 10 cubed.
Is it mathematical in nature?
All right, I'm gonna go get a whiskey
Okay,
while you
so,
pontificate the math, my friend.
Okay, so,
What are you trying to accomplish?
He's trying to get rid of the evidence that he did this.
Yes.
Just put a blanket over it. There's nothing here.
Yeah, oh, that's a good idea. Mike, can you still hear me? No, he can't. Alright, I think I'm gonna look for, like, a closet to put this in.
It seems bigger than your standard closet, I gotta tell you.
Oh man.
Fuck, I fucked up.
Fucking shenanigans.
That's okay. I hope Bilbesh finds out. Because I think if you get caught
Alright.
from Bilbesh, everyone's gonna be pretty mad.
So what are you doing now, Aram?
Is there anywhere I can hide this?
I mean, you can try and find like blankets and like put it over top of it, but I don't know what you mean by hide this.
Yeah, and in the morning he's gonna have to claim he made a blanket for it.
Okay, so I take the bowels, bowls, and bottles.
Okay. Baubles, bowls, and bottles.
Bubbles.
And I attempt to cast distilled wealth on it.
What is that?
It allows me to turn a item into a gemstone,
Any item?
as long as it's not magical.
Okay. So what do you have to do, or do you just get to do it?
It's part of my domain. I just get to do it.
Okay, so then you turn the book into a gemstone.
Cool.
What is that, channel
Can it be a
divinity?
diamond? Yes.
Can you what?
I turn it into a diamond.
Sure. I don't care.
Cool. And I pocket that, and I fall asleep.
Okay. Um. All right. So, is there anything else anybody wants to do before they go to bed? Does anybody want to make a room inside of their room, or ask me if inherently magical item is magical in nature or no? Everybody's good. Does anybody want to try and do some simple math? No. Cool.
Yeah,
All right,
simple
you
math?
guys.
Out of my league.
I mean, you just count the number of times that there's 10 and add that number of zeros. That's not even any
Got
hootie in the
your
book.
element, Donnie.
Right around the Donnie.
Eh,
Any hootie in the blowfish. Let's get this Darius record. You guys all wake up in the morning. You see Bilbesh standing in the living room, just looking up and shaking his head, and he puts his hand up against the thickest there is, and it shrinks back down to a book. He puts it back on the shelf.
Hey,
And
Bilbesh,
then
can I have
did you
that?
put? Did you?
Have what?
Let me have it.
No.
Give it to me.
What the
He,
fuck's going on? It's too early.
Shoots
for this.
he shoots like fire sparks out of his hand at you. He goes,
Fuck off.
Give
He
it to
goes,
me.
also, who took my other books? What? Where are my books?
I don't know. I just
Did
woke
you
up.
take Ferdinand Sandstorm?
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't.
I bet your fucking weird friend took my book.
Probably.
He did what?
It's probably your weird friend.
Want to kill him?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm right here. No, I didn't take your book, but this one fell off the shelf, and I can't close it. I can't put it back. I
Yeah.
couldn't.
Right. Probably shouldn't have taken it off the shelf.
What
I
was
mean,
I'm
that?
sorry,
just-
it looked interesting.
Barry's still asleep.
Oh, he will be asleep
Right.
for a while.
Coyle, I mean, he
Bart.
works for a criminal, but he doesn't seem to know what crime is, so I don't think that he's very interested in books.
I know a lot of stuff.
Did you steal my book?
No.
Okay.
Did it fall behind the shelf?
Tell you what, you can have the book, buddy. You keep it. It's fine.
Can I have that one?
It's not. You cannot have this one.
What is it? What does it do? It looks cool.
It's just a room. It's a big room. I can keep things in it.
Oh, okay.
You ever
pull it off
seen
the
like
shelf.
somebody's got those fake books? Give
Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. I'm good at these. Come on. Oh, fuck! 12. I rolled a 3 plus 9.
You grab it. I mean, a nat 20 wouldn't even really do it because it grows to bigger than you. You would be able to hold it, and then just by size of it, with a nat 20, I'd let you gently put it down as a group. But you drop it directly onto your fucking foot and just slams onto your foot. It grows to 10 by 10, pushes you and Bilbesh back several feet. He goes,
Oh! I replicate what he did to close it.
nothing happens.
Oh.
Nothing happens. He puts his hand against it. He goes,
I can only do so much magic every day, and this is 2 now. I've had to do this.
and he puts his hand against it, and the book shrinks into his hand, and he puts it on the shelf. Actually, he takes it back off the shelf, and he just holds it under his arm while
Alright.
you guys are standing there.
He's like, so, I have Clockbirdo making us breakfast, and then where are you guys headed off to? What are you up to?
Oh, well, we'll see if Mona will have us and maybe visit her and then try to track down this castle.
Gotcha. All right, so
I mean, unless we have other business, Darius. I don't think we have anything else, do we?
No. Darius leans over to Bilbesh. What the hell do you keep in that?
have you ever seen those like books where you open it and there's just like a hole inside of it?
Yeah.
It's like a much bigger that.
Yeah, but what,
Also,
what do you keep in?
I mean, all kinds of there's like a 3-bedroom apartment inside of there, buddy.
How much do you
Yeah.
want for it?
80,000 platinum.
Coil takes out his little fucking purse he got from Samuel and is like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was being facetious. You can't have this. This is one of a kind. This is mine.
You don't need it. You have a house.
If I need to leave, I need it.
Oh, I guess that's true. All right, fair enough.
It's
I
kind of
will get
like
it one day.
what the fuck is it called? There's an actual item that is the thing.
You talking about the fortress?
The moving fortress or something like that.
Yeah.
Um.
Forgot what it's called.
Instant Fortress?
Yeah. Just throw it on top of people and kill them.
It's kind of like that.
Would it work against a death wraith?
What does that mean?
Could we throw it on top of someone?
Technically.
Even a death wraith?
Well, they're non-corporeal, but...
Yeah, that'd be pretty stupid.
Also, talking Ook, I would never be talking about a death wraith as Orem.
Of course, then you're talking Ook. You try to blue whale. You think the 10 by 10 room is bigger than a blue whale, or probably not?
It's magical.
It's also physical. Blue whale that you summoned was magic, right?
Well, not when after it, it gets summoned. It's kind of mundane.
I mean, it was definitely a dead whale on the road. I wouldn't call that
My
mundane.
God.
It took you guys the better part of a
My
day to
God.
clean it up.
Oh, man.
Any hootie.
Yeah.
In the blow me.
How'd you sleep, Bill Besh?
I slept great. I always sleep great. It's quiet here. I mean, the sounds of the forest, it sounds, honestly, it can kind of sound like there's a hurricane outside when just a gentle breeze comes through. It's nice. I love it. I love it.
So, is it too early to try to reach out to Mona? I don't know. I don't even know what time it is.
No, what do you want me to say to her?
Just that we would like to see them come by and visit if we can, if they'll have us. If not, understandable. And how we can get there without dying, I guess.
Okay.
Solanas wants to come visit, and how do we get there without dying? All right.
He casts sending and telepathically sends a message to Mona. A moment passes. He goes,
Okay, so she said everybody always welcome in her home. How to get there? So, unfortunately, that's kind of where her instructions fall apart because the locals of the Harati Wilds call it the ever-moving forest. So, navigating through the Harati Wilds, the trees can move, and it can kind of be disorienting. So, there's no exact directions to get to her. As for safe passage, I mean, you can try and befriend the locals, but from experience, I mean, she said it pretty plainly, but it's, it's Mona. She has her ways with people, but from experience, that's easier said than done to befriend the locals.
What are the locals like?
Mean. Little pygmy guys that they'll try and eat you and attack you and take all your stuff.
What do they like to eat?
I'm
Us.
sorry?
Not you,
What do they
Coil.
eat?
Us. Flesh.
Yeah, they might try and eat you.
Maybe not me. I
Yeah,
might be
probably
wrong.
not you. Probably not you. That's true. Yeah, probably just Barry and Darius.
That's fine. They can try. I don't think these trees do so well against fire.
I don't think the trees eat people, Darius. I think it's the pygmies.
Yeah, but the pygmies are probably manageable if you're not in a moving forest.
I think that also it may not be that simple. But yeah, she said you're welcome to go visit.
What are the forests like? Should I bring anything?
Fire.
I wonder if fire would upset them.
I wouldn't recommend trying to burn down somebody's home, you know?
Definitely not.
I don't know. We've had issues with moving and talking forests. It hasn't gone well.
That is true. And grass.
Yeah, but you can't just burn down everything in your path to get to the goal you decide on. You'll be in the forest and have no way to escape while it's on fire. You
Well,
understand?
What if
the
the burning part
ever-moving
of the forest
forest.
blocks away?
Well, I mean, the ever-moving forest becomes sort of a maze of itself. So once you're in, if you start a fire, by the way, setting fire to a living tree is not an easy task, so good luck. And then additionally, even if you manage to, in the ever-moving forest, you'd basically trap yourself in a forest fire. So, I mean, be my guest, but it may not go your way exactly.
I have an idea.
Oh?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get another sending stone so that we don't have to track Mona down again a second time. Give that to her so that we can communicate to her, since I guess these ones are a lot better.
Yeah.
We
Do
currently
we know where
have
we can get another?
Maybe Zonzon?
Zonzon.
Hmm.
I mean, I know Zonzon has one, and then we have two.
Well, I wonder if any of these gnomes could make us one. They seem pretty crafty.
Oh, I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can. I just hope it's not going to cost an arm and a leg.
Well, I know whose we could give them, and Darius looks at Orem.
I have to ook here. I'm not just giving you guys cell phones. You don't just pick people.
Yeah, but
that
you set it
like.
up. You set it up.
I understand that, but you can't just get a cell phone for everyone you like.
it's
Why
Mona,
not?
though.
So you can try and spend time from the session making this happen. I will steamroll this.
Oh man,
Don't just get unlimited cell phones. I'm
We'll just give
telling
her-
you, I will
we'll give her one of
All
ours.
right. Well, this is our idea, and now we have to waste time and get it steamrolled.
No, let's
Okay.
just cut up Orem. We can get something.
Go get
for
it
his body.
steamrolled. I will give one to you. It will malfunction and burn Mona's house down.
This is on you, Zelenus.
I don't have sending.
I do.
The two people we did are dead.
I have
You do,
sending.
but you don't know Mona.
Yeah,
Yeah, and nobody trusts you anyway, light-fingered Louie.
you don't know that.
Well, he does
I would-
because
I-
he doesn't trust you.
I would never steal.
Ah!
I'm a man of God.
You see Bill Patch is kind of on the ground laughing.
Yeah, maybe we could try to find another one. See what Zanzan wants for one. Crush my dreams. Let's fast forward past
Who
this
are you
already.
saying that to?
You.
Okay, yeah. He said that he can make you one, but it's gonna take a while.
Okay.
No ETA.
Appreciate it, Zanzan.
Cool. What are you guys doing now?
I'm getting ready to leave.
I guess Coil's gonna go around and he wants to talk to the gnomes about what they know about pygmies
Change my
and
phone.
anything that he can do to try and garner some sort of relationship with the pygmies.
You're asking which gnomes? Just random gnomes?
I guess any. Who would the most well-traveled gnomes be? Like I would assume the oldest tradesman, basically.
Sure. Hold on, let me check something.
I mean, you could ask Zanzan when we talk to him. He might know stuff.
True.
Where are we going?
Your mom's house.
Nice.
Okay, so not everybody here is explicitly a tradesman or a laborer. There are some just older gnomes. If you want to maybe ask one of them.
Yeah, I want to look. Whoever the oldest, most well-traveled looking gnome, I want to go.
All right,
and
yeah.
persuade them
You
to talk
see
to me.
one that looks old as shit, and he goes, "How am I gonna do this?"
Yes. What can I do for you, friend?
Smeagol.
Have you ever been to the Havarti Highlands, sir?
The ever-moving wood? Yes, I've been there.
Did you get to meet the pygmies?
I sure did, buddy.
Get fucked.
What were they like?
Very mean and inhospitable.
Well, what did they like to do? I want to bring them something that can make them happy so they don't try and take my friend's arms.
Oh, bring them the head of a trespasser.
Anything else?
Um,
Because technically I feel like we might be the trespassers.
bring them. Pick someone and call them a trespasser and bring them. Kill somebody random and just bring them their head. Say this person was trespassing.
I start looking around the room real quick, shady-eyed, like backing up almost.
Alright. Alright, Coil's gonna go join up with the rest of the crew again. I don't think there's gonna be anything useful he's gonna learn from that guy.
I mean, we do need to trade pygmy parts to some of the tank guys, so
Really?
yeah. So just like from last session, there's tree sap and stuff from the Havarti trees that we need, and there's also pygmy parts that they'll trade for. So I think we're not going to be such great friends with the pygmies if we want to trade with the tank merchants.
Yeah, might be right.
Well,
Well, they seems like the pygmies like heads.
I really thought you were gonna say that pygmies like head.
That's one way to make friends.
whip out your dick.
I don't have a head, but I have something close.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Fog machines.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you try to get any gear or weapons from these guys?
The only guy who had I think it was a glove for Constitution.
Oh yeah.
But they're gonna need all sorts of gems and stuff.
What about a weapon? I know yours is magical now. Hits a little harder. But did you want to see if there was anything better?
He gets back to shopping and ting.
I just want Barry to get a
I
better
don't
weapon.
have much. I don't have anything to trade people. Like all the stuff that I don't collect a lot. I don't collect anything useful. I'll tell you that.
That's true. Well, who was the swordsmith? Or who was the weaponsmith? That was...
Freckle.
It was Freckle. Yeah. What did he want? He wanted exotic metals and enchanted metals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's ore at the bottom of Lake Holverk, and then the what is it? The volcanic mountain.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The glacier.
Okay.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's
The
what...
indestructible place.
the
You need
indestructible
the glacier on the volcanic mountain, right?
Well, that's one of them. Yeah. But,
Oh, the ore you're talking about on the volcanic mountain.
yeah. There's
Silver Deep.
ore. There's ore under the volcano and under the lake.
Yeah. Alright,
But there's apparently some big scary thing under the lake. But I don't want to go after it until we can get some lungs so that we can breathe underwater.
Yeah, apparently it's a titan.
Yeah, probably not a good thing to fight.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot. I just, our fight last night. Wanted to see if we could get you something.
Hammered drunk.
Yeah. Something that you could hit harder with, but... Alright.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, I didn't have anything that was they're interested in.
Okay.
I don't even have much gold, to be honest.
I think you
Well,
barely
hoard
have
stuff.
clothes.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean... Whenever everyone's ready to leave, we can go out the waterfall exit.
Well, I hope we'll be back
Well, we will.
because it's really cool seeing how big the leaves were.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the birds?
Yeah, they're pooping pretty big. I had to try to stay away from them.
That they were. Alright, has anybody
Alright.
else got any business?
I'm all ready to head out, everybody.
Nope, I'm ready to go.
Alright. So we'll head out then, out the waterfall.
Okay.
Before we do head out, I will say this. The next time I come here, I want to see Gibraltar and Bilbash have a real fight.
I'd kick
like-
that
seem
guy's
like-
ass.
Seems like
I'd
they're
easily
pretty-
kick that guy's ass. No problem.
Oh,
No
I'm sure.
question.
I'm sure. Look at you, you're all armored up now. Tough and stuff.
Yeah.
When are you gonna tell me what happened?
That's a story for another day.
I feel like you already got beat up, maybe.
Alright, so when
As a king.
yeah, about a couple months ago,
Just silent. Just
He gets in his little child's Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn.
So how long is it going to take us to get through all this woods? And especially if the woods are walking, I don't think it's going to be walking away from us as we're trying to approach.
I don't know. I think we shouldn't set camp inside the woods. So we should definitely set up camp before we enter the woods and then go in early as possible. Hopefully we don't get lost, but...
Oh, actually, I thought of something I need before we leave Tink. I need probably general store, Mike, but I need like just general like plumbing supplies.
What does that mean? Tink doesn't have a general store, really.
Do they have somebody who makes pipes and pipe-natured things?
What kind of pipe and pipe nature thing?
He's trying to
I-
pipe
not-
bombs.
No, I need a piece of pipe made out of a very hardy metal.
Some of the machines. I mean, I'm sure that there's something.
I essentially want something to tap the Haradi wild trees with to get their sap out.
I see.
Trying to milk a tree?
I'm gonna have to.
Just look for the nipples.
I'll ignore that. Yeah, but I imagine that this tree sap being a rare mat isn't going to be the easiest thing to get. So if I can find like a really
It's
quality-
not that you need a high quality tap that makes it hard to get.
well, it's a living tree. It's probably going to fight me when I try
All
to
trees
take
are
it.
living, but
Well, you know what I mean.
I'm trying to find a way to appease you, but nobody in Tink would sell a tap or like a pipe that you could use to make a tap. Really, you could probably. I mean, you're going down the waterfall. You could probably swing through Kalta, although I'm sure that swing
You
through
know,
Kalta.
Ask Orum. Give him some ore.
Can you make a metal pipe?
Yep.
Well, he doesn't know that he can ask you.
That's true.
All right.
But you
Well, no,
can-
I'll go looking for a pipe. I'll fail to find one. I'll come back to the group and I'll be like, "Damn it! I went everywhere looking to get like a nice metal tap and pipe type thing for these trees to get the sap out. Nobody has anything."
Why don't you just cut the trees down?
If you give me the metal to make it, I could make you one.
That might be an idea, and I imagine somebody in Tink has some extra ore I can buy off them.
Somebody
has to
just hands you some scrap metal.
I have this iron
really?
ingot.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I have it.
Do you think the iron ingot would be enough
I think
Somebody in Tink
either
would
or.
to make a tap?
Either or. That's an inspiration token, my friend. That's a good one.
Do you think either or?
I think either or.
Do you have any inspiration tokens? Because you just lost one for that joke, Mark. Because I gave
Give-
Barry one.
give
for
it
the same
back.
joke. No, you don't actually lose one. Yeah, somebody will probably just
I don't
give
have
you scrap metal.
Yeah,
Really?
well, no. If there's scrap steel, then I'll get that instead of the
yeah.
iron.
You sure got some scrap steel.
Excellent, and then I'll give that to Orim to make a tap out of.
So I kind of put it into a big pile and try to touch it all at once. And bless you.
If you were a cheerleading coach, that sentence would be a really bad one to say.
And I cast level 4 fabricate on the scrap metal, and I make a tap. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll forgive you for the book for this.
I didn't steal a book.
I-
Look at me.
You look pretty shady.
Is it because
Yeah.
my skin is dark?
Exactly.
No, it's because you work for a crime church. But whatever. If Vilbesh wasn't that upset about the book, I'm not gonna be that upset about it. I just think it's shitty to get invited into someone's house to rest for the night and to take some of their stuff. But anyway,
I agree.
I need to ask Mark a question that I hope that he'll understand what I'm saying because I need to speak a little in code.
Yep.
Did we determine that you did in fact go with the Duke Thong in your backstory?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then they bought my freedom. The church.
Right. Okay.
yeah, but Darius is going off of the fact that Bilbesh was pretty sure that he took it, and that was kind of good enough for Darius. But yeah, I guess we'll go out the waterfall unless anyone wants to do anything else.
Huzzah! We travel then.
Cool.
All right, you guys head up.
Cue the travel music.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
Nick gets
That
on the
is
moment.
the highway. I wanna ride it all night long. All right, you guys head up on the. You travel up towards the
We stopping in Calta today?
No.
No, we were just gonna go north, I think.
You sure? Calta's right here.
I
there's
don't have
anything
anything I need to do there. Yeah.
I mean, you're
No, I'm good.
free. You're free to go here if you want. If this is where your home is.
Yeah, you can jump out.
Yeah.
This
Peace.
is not my home.
I mean, neither is here. But
Wait, where are
You
you
go
from
home?
then?
I'm from Silverdeep.
Oh, okay.
Keeps walking.
All right, so then I think we're gonna head north.
Are we currently walking?
I think so.
Yeah, you guys are walking.
North?
You
Up to our
guys-
cart.
Oh yeah, we got to see if the cart's still there.
Oh, fuck!
Where's
Yeah.
the cart?
We
Yeah,
parked
let's
it.
see if the card is still there.
I'm only asking because I don't feel like summoning a steed.
I mean, we did camouflage it or try to.
Not very well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you guys leave anything in it?
No.
Um,
Not sure.
Let's see. Maybe Raggle's books. No, they're gone.
Hand it out. You get a thing. You get a thing. You all get Raggle's check.
Yeah, you're.
No,
you're-
they disappeared. His
Yeah, he
mandate-
lost them all right before he died.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's got no things.
Oh, he's got no life now.
He's
So.
dead. May he forever rest in pieces.
Yeah, your card's still there.
okay. So let's get the cart and let's go north.
Let's do it.
It had all of Zelonis' swords in it.
Yeah, right.
It had literally everything Zelonis liked, and then it's all gone. Alright, I need to pull up nothing at all.
Of
I'm not hesitating or buying myself time to find it. Alright, so you got okay, so you head north. Do you head north? Because north of you would be the waterfall.
East.
You're gonna head east past Calta up the way that you went the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So you guys head east. You hear, as you get closer, the hustle and bustle of this beautiful city. You see boats traveling down the river into the city, carts coming and going. The commerce, even before the gates, there's like vendors and shit, people selling shit. You guys go right past all of it, the whole big beautiful city, and you guys
That is,
make a
that is a
turn.
gorgeous city.
Almost like it was expertly crafted. Head up north, cross the bridge, and continue your way up. Okay. Motherfuck the police.
Straight from the underground.
I'm brown.
No, you're not. Alright, so that D20 is just gone. Cool. You guys.
It's a beautiful day outside.
I'm kind of worried.
What about?
I don't know. I feel like I got this feeling about getting lost in the woods. That's kind of feel like we're getting up there.
It's alright, Coil. We've dealt with like crazy woodland situations in the Feywild. And the Feywild is the Feywild, so
What do you
No.
think trees with legs look like?
Probably roots.
yeah.
I like how
Are
in
you sure?
Coyle's mind he's obsessed with the fact that he thinks the ever-moving forest is them like getting up and walking around like treants.
You know, Darius. If you think we shouldn't go there, we don't have to. I think I might be being selfish, wanting to go for my own reasons.
No, I need that tree sap and I need those little fuckheads' body parts. I need to trade them in Tink.
I too wouldn't mind going to the Haradi Wilds.
All right then. Well, I'm glad that it's not just me. I felt kind of selfish there.
I thought I was being selfish if I wanted to go. The jeweler could enchant with these materials, and that piqued my interest.
Hey,
Fair
or
enough.
you say you're from
Silverness.
Silver Waste, Silver
Silver Deep,
Silver.
the mountains
Where's
across
that at?
the sea,
Oh,
the endless sea, the
that's
sea that never ends until you row for nearly 6 months.
Yeah, that's actually really cool because of the way that your story works, Mark. To you, the Endless Sea is like the perfect actual name for it.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
6 months of rowing in the sea.
Yeah, actually, wait, no, it was a little less. It was only about 4. Yeah, that's right. It was 4 months. You lose track of time.
That's still a lot of. Was it a small boat?
It was a very small boat.
How the hell did you survive?
I don't actually know. I just,
Oh, the boat.
well, the boat, but
Kept us from drowning.
I think the gods had favor for me.
Oh, it's almost like you were meant to meet a group of random assholes like us.
Well,
Why don't you leave your church and leave your organization and stay with us?
I don't think I can do that.
All right.
Such a bold thing to ask.
I ask
Why do you leave
everybody.
your whole life behind?
I literally ask everybody.
They have done too much for me, and I must repay them and
By
show that
returning
I am
Coil?
worthy. By doing all the favors I can do for my Lord Jeb.
It's an
Hey.
unfortunate name for a god.
Yeah, it's shitty.
Well, hold on. Jeb's right there.
Yes, and I bow towards him. Slightly. Slight curtsy.
You know, Coil, how about you could probably kill anybody who wants to kidnap you. How about you should go with him by yourself? I'll let him take you. And if there's any trouble, you can call us.
Why are you gonna give me the sending stone?
Maybe this guy will leave us alone.
I think we could all go.
Maybe. I feel like there's not going to be anything but trouble for us there. Everywhere we go, there's always trouble. Especially in my case. Everywhere I go, there's always death.
Well,
yeah,
I'll
no,
gladly
I'm
take
not letting
Coil
this guy
alone.
take Coil alone. No. Fuck that.
Come on, Coil. It'll be fun.
Get in the van. I have
Meatball
candy.
misses you.
There is
Darius
nothing.
like elbows Zelonis like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm working on something.
Well, that guy never responded to my letter, so I don't know. I did just sent it a couple weeks ago, but or was it days?
Oh, that's right. That's probably how this guy knows. That makes
Well,
sense.
I met him and then I sent him a letter, whatever his boss's name is, and I
Right.
made one of my birds take it. But
That's a good point, Zelonis.
what does Lona say?
That you sent a letter and then I showed up.
I sent the letter after.
After you showed up.
But
Oh,
didn't you
like
send
2 days
another one
ago.
before, though? To, Katil?
I can't recall if I sent one to Meatball or not.
I can't either.
I want to say you did, but I could be wrong.
I wasn't sure where Meatball was living because our headquarters got burnt down.
Alright, go dissect 12 episodes.
I wish they had a 3x speed on YouTube.
Me too.
Or somebody wrote out a transcript.
Oh god, that'd be awesome.
I'm tired.
Control F.
Control F. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so sick.
Maybe there's a program that'll automatically do that.
It does, but it doesn't do it great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Especially
perhaps.
with us mumbling and talking over each other.
And with all of the words of all of the names of everything being full nonsense words, probably a bit hard.
True.
Like, it's not going to be able to translate Katil.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Definitely not. It's not a real
Cat.
word.
Cat eel.
I guess.
You know, Orem, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you're never gonna get Coil. I hope you know that.
I don't want Coil. Meatball does.
I don't give a fuck what Meatball wants.
Well, I mean, what if he wants like a tool or something I got that he needs back?
What do you have? A tool? What?
No. I mean, like, you know, I got like a hammer and stuff. He might. I got.
He probably misses the work you did for him.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I got
probably misses
different
the
work
work
now,
you do.
though.
If I stopped showing up, they would miss the work I do for them as well.
Oh, when did
You
they
did stop
want
showing
you
up
back?
here now.
Huh. I'm on assignment.
So is Darius. Now look.
Yeah. So am I.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm kind of not really in the order anymore. So.
I mean, if they're on
Yeah.
assignment, that means I probably am too.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of on assignment.
I'm on
Yeah,
a
we're all
mission from
kind of
God.
got stuff going on.
You did kind of assign it to yourself.
I mean, I think it's black and white. Meatball's a criminal. Coil was used for criminal activities. Obviously, I think we can all agree on that. He just wants
That's what
his...
Meatball was the golden dragon.
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Coil, but I don't think so. Meatball sounds like a scumbag criminal.
Well, he did give me this nice dagger sword halberd combo.
Yeah, but that
But I
doesn't
did have to
entitle you.
smack someone in the face with it after I got it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that old lady should have fucking just gave up her cloak.
Coil, that is direct robbery.
Jesus.
That is assault and robbery. That is illegal. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. That Orem, you serve an order that takes requests from a criminal organization. I'm no goody two shoes, but I'm not a
I don't
criminal.
think that's true.
That sounds exactly like it's true.
Why don't you go speak for yourself?
No,
Wait, you don't?
Well,
You think he is a goody two shoes?
who Orem?
No,
Or
you
Meatball?
said you're not a goody two shoe. He said he doesn't think that's true. He thinks you're a goody two shoe, dude.
Oh, well,
No, I don't think that they're a criminal organization.
I'm pretty sure they are. Coil here is a killing machine. He's literally a machine made for killing. He's a death machine.
He's
So are
sitting there,
you.
like counting feathers in his hand, like ha ha.
And now he's a child. Something happened. And they used that against him. And trained him to play games.
Yeah, it's true. I now see now that maybe putting a bag over someone's head when they can't see when you're going to punch them in the mouth might not be
It's bad.
the most symmetrical of games.
No.
I
Especially
think
if
they'll
they're
call
tied
it
down.
asymmetrical game.
That does sound like a little bit of roughhousing.
It sounds criminal.
I
Yeah,
don't
one time
exactly approve of hitting an old woman.
One time they made me go down to the pier and go fishing for 6 hours.
That does sound shitty.
Yeah, and then they made me take the fish and go hit people with them that they were angry at.
Coy, what else did they make you do?
Well, sometimes they would send me to bars, and I would just get to play my
Oh,
whistle.
yeah.
And I would distract everybody
Oh.
while they pickpocket people. And sometimes they'd make me really hot, and they'd pour water on me, so I'd be like a big steam bath walking. And then they would steal stuff from people around me. A lot of stealing.
Right.
A lot of
Nobody.
taking.
Nobody likes their things stolen, right?
No, what
Stealing
the
is
cool
wrong.
part was Meatball let me smoke a pipe.
I don't even know how that
I mean,
works.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did he have you kill anybody?
Yeah, probably. Water's cold in winter. You know, I don't see how some people are getting out of that water. I said that to him too. I'm trying to figure. I mean, you know, they call them fishermen, so I thought they could swim in the cold water, like fish man. So by the time they were in there, I didn't think anything wrong was gonna happen.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly. That Barry, what are the things that you and your gang used to do?
We weren't a gang.
Your tribe.
That's right. You know, the huge. Go into a town, break every building you can find, and leave with what you needed.
Did you guys ever do that?
Shopping.
See? Orem. Goddamn criminals.
None
Yep.
of that.
100% criminals.
We didn't do any of that.
It doesn't matter if you did it, you're not any better.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, did you ask? Go ahead.
If you're doing a job for someone who's a criminal, that makes you a criminal. You're complicit.
They're not criminals. They
No,
feed
they're
the
criminals.
hungry.
Oh, I'm sure they feed the hungry, alright.
Well, are we gonna go see him?
No, we're heading north. Hopefully, we're getting up to Haradi soon.
Alright, but I think we should see them after. Meatball's probably getting pretty reckless that we're both missing.
I've been missing for a while. We'll see. Let's go.
And Abather expects me back by, well, soon.
So Abather is the priest of your church.
Yeah.
And Meatball hired
Meatball,
Abather to
yeah.
hire you?
yes, that is correct.
So tell me, Orem, use your big boy brain here. If a criminal organization asks another organization for help, do you think there's any layer of wrongdoing there? Because it doesn't sound like it's just a one-time
Could
thing.
be. Sounds like politics, but I'm just coming to get Coil. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here.
I don't think you.
The
think
action
you are.
may not be wrong, but you know more than just doing the action, and that makes you complicit.
You're a thug.
I don't think so.
Are you doing it for money?
No, I give all my money to the church.
Oh, fuck! You're deaf.
I
Oh
tribute
God.
it to my lord.
I think you're getting played here, but
Every so often, I bury my treasures in the dirt along the church.
so not only are you not getting paid, you're just doing it because the priest says so. Now tell me, Orem, how many other things has the church had you do? What other tasks have they given you before this?
Well, I've had to I've had to transport goods
What kind of goods?
from I don't know, they were in boxes at first, and then I transported them to various cities around Eastbourne.
And you don't know what was in those boxes? How big
No.
were they?
They were pretty big boxes. I would, we would spend a long time, um, preparing the boxes to be transported. I would assist with that. And then I would travel sometimes and bring them over to other cities in a very easy fashion.
So the church would do this.
Yes.
What on Bahamut's green earth would a church need to deliver to other cities? I ask you.
Food?
Food supplies, maybe wool. It depends. I don't know. I never opened the boxes.
What other jobs
What do you
did
think?
you have?
Mainly just that. Sometimes I would create swords for the king's army. I would help produce armaments with the blacksmith, since I could do it with relative ease. Sometimes sometimes there would be really expensive items, and nothing. Never mind.
No, go on. Now you had my interest. You had my interest at swords.
Well, I can transmute items into gemstones.
Sounds lucrative.
It's quite
So wait,
quite lucrative.
I have. What about these rocks?
What about these rocks?
Make them into diamonds.
Make him into diamonds!
Orum clears his throat. Yeah, I can. What would you like? Like this diamond right here?
Diamond.
I bring out a diamond
No, like this rock.
into a diamond?
Turn it into a diamond.
You see, Coil, this rock isn't worth too much. The diamond would be equal value to the value of this rock. And this rock isn't very valuable. If you were to give me something that's valuable, I could turn it into a gemstone of that
Eat the
value.
rock.
Okay.
Eat-
And I eat the rock. And I chew on it.
Rock people are strange. He
Slowly
just kind of
and
like walks away.
gracefully.
He walks away from you. Thought you can make diamonds out of fucking pebbles.
That's kind of useless. I mean, couldn't you just sell the item for the same price? What would you need to do with gems of the same value? That's like buying
Well-
200 gold worth of an item, turning it into
Well,
a
they could be
200
used-
gold diamond, and then selling it for what profit?
Well, they can be used for spells.
Yeah, and different materials are worth different things to people. Like, some people may want specifically a certain type of gem and not like
And
gold.
it could be good for transporting large items into smaller items.
Could you change them back?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I think you're a criminal.
Not one.
No, you're definitely a criminal.
Not one.
Absolutely.
Alright, you got me. I'm a criminal.
Alright then. Now that that's cleared, you're free to leave.
Okay. I won't be leaving.
So you're staying with us then.
Yes.
I kind of like you. There's something about you. Maybe it's because you can make swords. That's probably the only reason.
Maybe it's my rock hard abs.
Don't get into that. I swing one way, and that's towards... I think we all know.
Tiefling.
Dudes.
Spelka I heard of.
Oh, yeah.
No, Zelonis' sexual orientation is that of people who have no interest in it. If you're not interested in him, Manda's his.
Gets me rock hard.
I still do think that we should see Abathur and Meatball in the soon future.
We may. Who knows?
I think
Well, here's the thing. If we do this, if we decide let's all go to Kulta. What a great time. What if they attack us? What if they imprison us?
they will do
Take
that.
Coil away. But if they do, I'm just saying, what responsibility would you take if
Yeah, I
you were
like being
responsible
confined.
for 3 innocent people being arrested? If they were to detain us or take
Why would they do
Coil
that?
away. I don't fucking
Why are
know.
you so paranoid?
I'm always paranoid. This is where I live. Paranoid.
Yeah, I mean, when
Why would
you
they take you prisoner for returning Coil?
Because we're not going to let them have Coil. Coil's not property. Coil
I
is a
have
person.
I have a house and birds to look after now. I think I was a liaison. Like, you know, at one point Gibraltar was a king, but like I think I was almost as important.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. Coil is not somebody's property. He's his own person. You can't return someone who doesn't want to go to somebody unless there's some
I'll
kind
go.
of level of ownership there.
I'll go make a visit, but I don't want to be I want to be stuck somewhere again.
Exactly. Coil wants to be free. Free as a bird. And if
Yeah.
they try to threaten us, I'm going to blame you. That's kind of why I
Yeah.
don't want to go there. But
Well,
Yeah.
if it'll shut you up and leave us alone, I may. But
Yeah.
I'm saying if
Yeah, I
it
think we
comes
should.
down to it, I will cut you down where you stand.
let's not do that. I
Well,
wouldn't want to fight you.
I always
I'll
wanna
fight you, bro.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but it
You
won't
wanna
be
fight
much
right
of a
now?
fight.
You want to
wanna-
go?
Do you want to?
Let's go.
Darius pulls out his bow, we get to kill him?
No,
Oh, I
not
think he
you.
wants to
This is a
1v1 me, bro.
Oh, damn it! And Darius puts his bow back.
I don't think I could fight all of you all at once.
Probably
Not a chance.
I don't think you could handle me, though. Just ask Barry over here.
Yeah, don't be drunk, dude.
Darius leans over to Zelonis. Throw sand in his
He'd probably like that.
maybe or maybe not.
I'll do it when he least expects it.
Yeah, like right now.
I throw sand at him.
At me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Confused opens his mouth and eats it.
Okay, it literally hits me and rolls. It falls.
God damn it, Darius. That wasn't worth it.
Yeah, his eyes aren't like moist. It's not gonna do anything to him.
I'm so dry.
Right.
Well, you guys aren't gonna kill each other. Let's go.
All right, so are you guys fighting?
No, not yet. We're just gonna travel.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
so go ahead.
Hardy banter.
Cool. You guys slowly but surely make your way up, and then after a certain point heading north, you kind of notice an explicit change in like the level of humidity. It gets damp and
Ooh,
dark.
This place is nice.
I cast Tiny Servant on my shield.
Okay.
Darius is keeping an eye out for when the trees start to look different.
Yeah, Coil's very curious about watching trees walk.
Yeah, we need to make camp before we head in there.
So you guys notice trees start to look different as you pass over some hills a few miles north of Lake Holverk. And you come to a river, and the water looks almost azure, like a darker blue than, like almost like a not Viridian, like azure, like a darker blue, almost a blue greenish color, heading up north towards the Haredi Wilds.
I'm gonna go up to one of the trees.
We should follow this river down to the lake.
We're going up though, not down.
We should. Well,
We're past.
Hold
the
on,
lake.
guys. I gotta see a tree about a thing.
Yeah,
don't we
yeah.
need to
So-
go to the lake?
You do you.
So I'm gonna go over to one of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to check the tree to like see if it looks at all threatening or anything not normal tree like.
Is it magical in nature?
The tree looks definitely different. It looks like it's swaying, but not in the wind. Almost just kind of like moving like this.
Seen that before.
Okay, let's try this. Tree, I require your sap.
Oh man, if only you had Rigel.
There's no response.
Or Adria.
Okay. Darius
wait,
is
maybe
going.
there's a response. Hold on.
Okay. I mean, Darius does speak some languages.
Shit, that's
Just big tree.
Okay. Yeah, there's no response.
Okay. All right. So Darius is gonna attempt to tap the tree.
Yo, tap that tree, dude. Tap it.
Trying.
Hopefully it doesn't kill you, Darius.
He turns to Barry. Barry, have your axe ready.
Give me the most detailed description you can of exactly what Darius does.
Okay, so it's a tap. So I think normally,
Right?
so I think normally you'd put like there's the sharper end of the tap that would go against the tree, and you want to whack that into the tree so that you get to the sap.
Okay,
So
so you're
that-
gonna hold the sharp thing up to the tree and hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
I need to move something out of my tray.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
boy.
it's his other dice, so we can roll for initiative.
Oh God!
Rebecca,
I need
No,
the
I
sap.
I need to roll 3 things. Don't worry, you don't need to make a saving throw.
Yeah, you failed automatically.
Don't worry, there's no saving out of this. I just gotta roll a couple things.
The tree
You guys are all laughing, but that's the case. Alexa, turn my lights to 10%.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you strike with the hammer, you see like a it goes in, like you hit, boom, instant hit. You see like a dark red liquid starts coming out, but as that occur, you see the tree instantly, boom, like stands at attention, and its roots come out of the ground, and you get rocketed like a fucking field goal, a kick attempt, 30 feet up into the air and 50 feet out, and you land in the
Oh.
river. You
Fuck.
take
Hey, Darius, aren't you holding something?
not anymore, not the hammer. He was holding a hammer and a tap. Now the tap's in the tree, and the hammer's super not still in his hand.
All right, Coil just yells like Darius and starts like running towards the river.
Darius have the ring?
No,
What
the
ring?
feather ring. I think I traded that.
Oh my god.
I needed cool arrows. Sorry.
So you take.
Did you? I thought I got one. I have one in my inventory. I thought it came from someone.
I don't know.
The Featherfall ring. Darius.
15 points of damage from the kick,
Yikes.
and you are now in the river, and the river is moving pretty quick, so you're kind of heading up the river into a thicker amount of trees. You can give me a strength check
Okay.
to see if you can swim against the current or to the bank, but this is kind of like a rapids almost.
Gotcha. Now, is it saving throw or just regular strength check?
This would be an athletics check specifically.
Okay, I can do. So that's gonna be a 17.
Okay, so you're able to fight your way against the current, and so you aren't going up the river super fast. You're going to need to give me another athletics check to see if you can get to the bank, and then you're going to need to give me a dexterity check to see if there's anything for you to hold on to while you wait for Coil to come running to you.
Gotcha.
So give me an athletics check.
Oh, that's a good one. That's gonna be a 22.
Okay, so you get to the edge of the riverbank. Give me a dexterity check.
Dex 19.
19. So you're able to kind of hold on. Since you got kicked 50 feet, you're gonna have to do dex saving throws for basically 2 goes. And then if you pass both of those, which as a dex character I'm assuming you will, Coil should be able to just reach down and pull you out. So give me 2 dex saving throws.
As long as I don't get like nat 1s or 2s, I think I'm gonna be okay. Alright, so that one's a 15. Or no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. 17.
I'm so glad that you didn't say 14. Okay, go ahead and give me one more.
And that one's gonna be a 21.
A 21. Okay, so Coil is able to get over, grab your hand, and help you up out of the raging river.
Darius's first words upon being pulled up. Fucking tree!
That was a good kick, though. You have to admit that.
I mean, that makes sense why they want the sap.
Where's the tree? What's it doing? Darius is looking around.
I don't want to go back there. I kicked you far. What if
I
kicked
need
you
that
over the
sap
river?
coil!
To you?
Darius gets up and starts like trudging and like
Darius.
slumping
Darius,
towards the tree.
there might be a better way. Mona's a druid, a very powerful druid. I'm sure she has a way to
The
extract
tap's
this.
already in it. It's bleeding. I just need to get the sap.
I'm not helping you. I'm sorry. I'll make sure you
You
don't die
see-
though. Again.
That the tree essentially reaches down one of its branches and tears the tap out and hurls it.
I want to see where the tap goes. I need that.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Versus the forest.
Well, good thing it was disadvantage because I had an 18 and I was happy, but then I nat 1.
It literally, like Babe Ruth hitting it out of the park, just goes somewhere.
Fuck! Oh, I'm so pissed.
Can
I
I
mean, you're
inspect
a-
the tree for nipples?
For what?
Nipples?
For nipples? Yeah, give me an investigate check.
Nature.
No, it is not.
No? Not nature check?
No! Because it obviously is not going to have nipples, Nick. I'm doing an investigate so we can
I
find
got a
something
2,
that
so I
looks-
disagree.
You find there it honestly, to anybody else looking at it, even with a 2, you know, like it would be really fucked up titties if it was on like a humanoid, but like they're nubs a little bit, and they're generally close enough that those could be nipples.
All right, I'm gonna start kind of flicking them a little bit.
Why would blood come out of nipples? And why would that be good?
I think I got you, Darius.
The tree does nothing when you're flicking on its little nut.
You gotta milk it.
I'm a twist and suckle a little bit.
The tree doesn't respond to that at all. To the
All right,
suckling of
hold
the...
on. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, hitting the tree with the tap seemed to work.
Stabbing something huge, just like, you know, if it were an ogre or something, yeah, you could stab it with a tap. And then when it's bleeding and it kicks you...
Okay, but hold on, this might get me somewhere. So, hitting it with sharp thing was effective. Do I feel like arrows would be effective on it?
Potentially.
Oh, I really didn't want to get into a fight with a tree, but
Better be careful.
I have new arrows that might be good for this.
Okay, so Darius, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
I'm just watching. Jeb, stand back. This might get bloody.
17.
Okay, the tree got a 26.
Fuck.
So the tree is going to
first.
reach down its branches and lift a boulder out of the ground and
Oh my
send
God.
it hurling towards you. That's going to be a 29 to hit.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh god.
You guys think that there's an easy way for fucking everything? Yeah.
How did we kill the Bark Prince?
Just sure. Let's just go up to the tree that we have somebody talking about the whole trip, that it's alive and can walk. Let's just stab it and see how that goes for us. You
Zelotus
take
was the last one.
59 damage.
Ah!
What?
Okay.
I think playtime's
so-
over.
I'm
Darius
sorry.
just got fucking screamed
I'm
by.
sorry, that was the tree's first attack. Give me a second. How far
Oh.
from the tree are you?
Oh my
Um,
god.
I'll let you tell me.
Well, I don't believe I was close to it because I just got out of
Yeah,
the
I get
river
50
and it
feet
hit me
away, yeah.
really
You-
far.
But
think
you were
at least-
only 50 feet away. And you started walking towards it. So how far do you think you walked before you thought about the arrows?
Probably a few steps. I'm wet and I'm like squelching in my wet clothes.
Okay.
Squelchy boy. Say goodbye to the material plane.
So he has a much less to hit for the though if he rolls high. It leans forward and like Final Fantasy 1000 needles start shooting spiked branches and they just are hitting the ground all around you, just but they do not manage to hit you.
Oh my god.
It's
I'm.
going to take its third attack.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Which is a call to action, essentially.
Oh,
So it's
fuck.
going to commune with the other trees in the area, requesting assistance. And in the distance, you just hear... And you see 3 other giant tree ants start walking
Oh no!
over towards you.
Coil is now starting to panic.
Get back, get back, get
And,
back.
yeah, and he's
And
like
that is
Juking
going to
towards
be
where we went.
Darius's turn. This is like a little pop-up. This is Clippy, the paperclip from Microsoft Word.
yeah, I'm
Click
taking a
that, maybe-
disengage, Clippy. I'm taking a disengage. Okay. Are we good then? Because I'm gonna dash the fuck back to the hills.
Tree ants don't walk that fast. And this isn't
Yep.
a treant, by the way. This is a fully unique creature that just is essentially a treant in its form.
All right, cool. I am disengaging and running for the fucking hills, quite literally.
All
Do
right.
we get our cart? Who's in the cart right now?
Well, I specifically waited for like the first tree like this that we saw, so hopefully we're right at the border and can easily get out of tree land right now.
I'm assuming that the trees like on the other side of the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we got over the hills and like the first different tree, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. So
Right.
that I didn't want to try this out in the middle of tree country.
That's a good call. That's why only 3 came for the call to action. There wasn't that many trees around. I had this is how many dice if you had rolled done this in the woods that would have came for the call to action. You could have made the whole forest come to life to defend the tree that you just hit with a hammer and a spike. Okay, so you disengage, you run away, and you meet back up with the cart, and are
Eye for an eye.
bleeding, and injured, and
Oh.
coughing up maybe a little bit of blood. How many? What's your max hit points?
85.
Okay, so you're basically on death's door.
I have 11 left.
You come limping up, just soaking, dripping wet.
hope he
I'm gonna
makes
just.
it. I cast
I'm
Prayer of
just-
Healing on him. That's my prayer.
You cast greater
I
healing.
tell him. I tell him to
Prayer
look.
of Healing.
Prayer
I
of
tell him to
healing.
look at the amulet and think and pray to Raggle.
Darius spits blood at the sight of the amulet.
Not even to save my own life.
I'm just
And,
gonna sit. I'm gonna sit against one of the cartwheels.
Okay.
Oh man.
I heal you for what's the 12? 21.
Nice.
Cool, thank you.
Actually, I'm gonna use my healing trinket and double that. 42.
Cool.
Cool.
I will say, as the DM, I'm so glad that you learned this lesson here and not there.
Well, Darius,
Oh, that fucking tree.
a little worse for wear, but I think all things considered, we've learned a powerful lesson.
I saw this coming.
I didn't. That was terrifying to behold.
Definitely don't know about that Lake Titan anymore.
We should have cut it down first. Oh,
I think,
Yeah,
I
so
think
maybe-
the first hit of an axe would have had the same reaction.
Surround it in oil, maybe first. Maybe a trebuchet.
What are you giving it a sensual massage? Surrounded in oil?
Yeah,
Lighting
so you can
candles.
set it on fire.
I
You know,
think,
start a giant forest fire.
I think
Get all the sap.
we should have probably waited to talk to Mona to ask if there was a way. Because we need to stop being so aggressive, I think.
Yeah, you
You
probably
didn't
just
even
need to-
find them. You guys. You didn't even use the nipples that I found.
Maybe the pygmies have some tree sap.
Also,
I-
find a way. Ask the druid for a way to drain the blood of a treant. That'll be a real good conversation.
Oh, I'm sure you could donate a little bit here and there. Get a little tiny thimble
I-
to every tree.
I don't want to kill the tree, but I do need some.
You
sap
just said
tree
we
blood.
should have cut it down!
Yeah, like after it beat the shit out of me. My goal at the start wasn't to kill it. I was gonna get like a container of sap and be like, "All right, thanks, tree."
Like a
Tree
fucking
sap is more
mosquito.
like bee honey, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
thinking that the worst mosquito.
Yeah, maybe, potentially the gnome was a bit hyperbolic when he called it sap.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through the forest now.
I mean, let's just go east a little bit and hopefully they don't notice.
Oh god, I sure hope not. I think you should
I
stay
mean-
inside the cart so they can't see you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the cart and lay down, guys. Darius like throws a blanket over himself.
Goes, his blanket is his blanket's his cloak, and he just goes inside of his little room.
Yeah, that's actually what I'll do. I'll like go inside my room thing inside the cart. That way I'm like it's a extra dimensional space, right?
Yeah, some extra
yeah.
feet, dude.
Yeah, so I don't know that the trees could perceive me in the cart in my extra dimensional space. I mean, maybe they could. Maybe they could, but that would be like really hard.
Well, I think they all have sense Darius. Which is,
Is anybody like proficient in nature or have any sort of like
I have
explicit?
survival.
I don't think this would be
Maybe
good.
not trees specifically, but I am kind of like I lived off the land for a large portion of my life.
mean,
Right.
what
In
are-
this case, that would be about trees specifically.
What do trees speak if they speak?
I have
anything?
very little amount of trees, I think, in Silverdeep, but probably some trees.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't know the thing that I'm thinking of seeing for you to roll for then.
Pook,
Yep.
What do trees speak? Like I don't.
Darius wouldn't know that.
Well, I don't know. He's a ranger with a forest-favored terrain, and he's done plenty of forest travel.
Yeah, but this is something you'd find in a forest. This is
Yeah.
not necessarily
what?
a forest. No, they would speak Entish.
That's one thing that's bummed me out a little bit, just as a thing, because this is like my first like actual real campaign thing. Like when I picked languages, there's obviously like a gazillion languages, and I didn't have them all. So not that Darius would speak Entish, I don't think he would, but like there's
Probably
so
not.
many more languages than I knew about than when we started.
Yeah,
Well, you're not supposed to really have those other languages for the most part, anyway.
yeah. It's unfortunate. You're not gonna always be
I don't-
tailored
I-
to what's gonna happen.
No, I know, but like I feel like if I had made a druid, like I wouldn't have known Entish was a language, but maybe my druid should have had that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I want
I
to see
mean,
if we can just go through
depending,
the
though.
forest, though.
Maybe a high level druid would speak Entish, but a level 1 druid's probably not going to speak Entish.
Yes, you'd have to have backstory for that. Yes, I was raised by
Yeah,
trees.
To be honest, yeah.
Honestly,
I don't think you should stress too much about that, Madero, just because like the book and the build things are really good about saying what you would have at that level of a character, and the other weird stuff that comes up really does come up down the line, and you wouldn't have had it in the beginning, and it would have been a cheat if you had it in the beginning. So I haven't done a ton of campaigns myself, to be completely honest, and every now and again, I mean, every campaign I'm hearing about shit I've never heard of, but it's never like, I would have picked that. No, I wouldn't have known that it was going to be a good idea.
Yeah, no.
You know?
No,
why
but like
that's why
this
Narago
is-
took a gamble and just learned to speak with plants. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this little dandy boy will talk
Yeah.
with plants like a little
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
no, but my reason being is this is the third or fourth language to come up that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a language.
well, yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
languages.
That's going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen
Yeah,
a lot.
you-
There's a lot of
You
languages.
don't speak
In real life,
most
that happens
of
to
the
me.
languages. Yeah, like in
spell
real
for
life,
it.
if you could pick 4 languages, you could still talk to like 16% of people.
All right.
So,
So
I mean,
as we
maybe-
go through the forest, is there any issues as we approach it?
I got to roll. Darius is hidden.
If you think it'll make a difference, I'll pass without trace.
It won't make a difference. It's them being under attack and then seeing strangers roll in after the. I mean,
If there's
somebody
a-
walks up, stabs one of them, runs away, and now a cart is rolling in. So
Nothing to
that
see
trait
here.
is not going to apply to the cart. You're in an extra dimensional space,
Yeah.
so you don't even need to roll stealth.
But another one of them came up and suckled one of the trees. So I mean, that's like kind of give and take, positive, negative. Like they don't know. This could be a group of sucklers.
The tree didn't mind that.
As soon as
I'm
we
sure
get
he
to
didn't.
the clearing, then
You
I want to.
essentially, the moisture on your mouth gave it some sustenance, if anything. That's some water right there, boy.
Yeah.
You're giving to it, not taking.
As soon as we get to the trees, can I want to disembark.
So you're heading up to the edge of the forest. Are you following the river? Where are you going? Which way?
From where we were, we're just gonna go east a little bit and then go up north again in a different spot from where Darius got his ass whipped.
Yeah, by a tree. God damn.
All right, so you're heading to a forest of like trees. Okay.
But I specifically want to get down before we start bringing the cart into the thick of it, or into the jungle.
Well, that's, most likely not going to happen anyway. So you want to stop for a second?
Yeah, I want to
Wanna
approach
get
one of
down?
these
What are you
trees.
trying to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to it.
Okay, you walk up to a tree.
I'm gonna take my gauntlet off and then put my bare hand onto it. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Unprotected?
Unprotected, baby. Going in raw. And I want to stroke the bark of the tree and think of
I don't want to
Adria.
argue with the tree anymore. Okay.
And I want to capture that like essence of the connection to nature that she had, and kind of just focus on that and focus on the tree and try to focus like on life and
Give me a nature check.
17.
17. So when you put your hand to this tree, in most cases you feel a tree and it feels still and cool, but in this case it feels warm and you can feel energy pulsating, and it feels like it's flowing and almost as if the tree is breathing.
I want to. I don't know. I don't want to talk to it, but I kind of want to like try to convey that like through my actions that I'm not here to hurt it, and I just want to go through. And I'll say it too. I'll say, "Please let us through."
Suckle it. Suckle
I
on it.
But yeah, I just want to like convey that we just want to pass through.
Okay.
You trying to Pocahontas this
Give
tree?
me another nature check.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Nice.
That's a little better. 12.
Okay. All right. You feel your hand warm at the trunk of the tree, and you try and convey that you're here in peace.
Do I sense peace from this forest, or do I sense hostility?
Of course you do. It's a forest of trees. Trees are peaceful.
Okay, cool. So I
Yeah,
run
that's
back
a good
up on the
point.
cart then. All right, guys.
Okay.
We got none of us. Don't antagonize the trees. We're gonna try to get through this forest as quickly. and
Don't you mean
quietly.
don't antagonize the trees? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
There's a fucking jokester. Yeah, just
I'll go fucking joke.
Can I get some clay?
No.
Okay.
You're not near clay.
Not by the river?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'll tell you, Ooking, that there is clay on the northern peninsula. The little island.
goddamn ooking.
Okay. I'll ook my way over there.
Not quickly, not fastly, and
Yeah.
you can. That's gonna be. I'm not even gonna spoil that for you guys. I'll let you guys find that on your own. So you're
Can I
gonna try
just
and
go to
hit.
the river?
You want to hop in the river?
I mean, wouldn't I just be able to find clay in the river?
It's quite
All
the
the
way
way up
back
near the
west.
sea.
Well, I'm not going there right now, but wouldn't I be able to? Maybe?
in some rivers, yes, there's clay. Do you think every river ever there's clay? Do you think if you went outside into the river in front of our house right now, you can get clay? Or do you think that
dig
soil
deep enough?
Well, yeah, soil composition's everything, right?
If you dig deep enough, you get clay. Probably.
In some
You'd end up
cases,
with mud.
not in all.
We probably have clay out there.
There's a difference between mud and clay. You know that, right? Like, you know that there's a difference, or no?
Yeah,
That's-
you gotta
what
go
I'm
deeper
working
for the clay.
Okay. So you want to go dig in the river?
No.
Okay. And you say you just want to head straight up north to the peninsula?
I'm going where these guys go.
Okay. And so
Just
what are you
quickly
guys
do
doing? Is you,
Going through the
as
forest.
you approach the edge of the forest, it is thick. You do not see any paths. 100% the horses and carts are not going to fit through. You can try and take the horses off the carriage and ride them through. I will just point to the never-ending story. I'm just going to say that, leave it as it is, and let you guys decide if you want to take in the horses.
This was a bad idea.
Never-ending story. I will kill your horses if you take them into the forest.
Yes, I'm very familiar with the movies.
Cool. So you know how thick forests and horses typically get.
Yeah.
So the forest is very, very thick. You honestly, looking through it, you almost can't even see more than, say, 35 feet in any given direction. Because it's so, they're all swaying and hither and thither, back and forth. There's definitely room to
thick
walk,
forest.
but no paths.
I
That's
don't
a
know.
very thick forest.
I don't know what to do with this goddamn horse and cart now.
Turn it into a gem.
Zelenis just throws the horse into the river. Fuck it, I'll get a different one.
This is just a way to get. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and. I'm going to leave the cart and take all whatever. I don't think we even have anything in the cart. It's just to transport us. And I'm going to go ahead and. Fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I want to. Oh, God damn it. Put them by the river so they have water and enough land to feed on, and like put like a lead on them that's long enough for them to go around and eat grass and drink water.
Okay.
Just turn them into a gem and put them in your pocket, man.
Can you turn horses into gems?
Muted.
No. Only objects.
God damn it.
Isn't
I already looked at.
Alright,
I was-
alright.
I was gonna abduct someone earlier.
Oh shit.
I don't even want to know. I want no more details.
Alright, so we'll do that and then we'll head up north and do our thing. Hopefully we don't fucking get crushed by the woods. Every tree I pass, I'm just gonna like fucking transfer my life energy and just pet all the goddamn trees and channel my inner druid.
Okay. Does everybody have the map that shows the Haradi Wilds?
Yeah.
With the rivers running through it?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure I have the updated one.
I have map 4.
I'll just screen this and shot it for you. Can't believe fucking Rodero got field goal kicked.
Boulder fucking smash.
Yeah, you know.
I like how Modero never takes damage, but when he does take damage, it's through some significantly insane means.
Well, yeah, well,
Swarms of
I
bats
never
come
take a
for him.
little damage. I always take a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, you also got to understand that everybody stood by and just watched you walk up. Nobody else had any interest in stabbing the tree. I mean, Coyle was certain they could walk.
Well,
He was right.
I thought, like, and I get why this didn't work, but at the same time, I was like, I'm gonna tell the tree, like, hey, I'm gonna take some sap. I'm not here to kill the tree. I'm not here to cut down the tree. I need that sap.
Imagine telling that to a wolf and expecting it to be happy with you taking
Right. Or imagine saying that to some giant brolic dude. Like, imagine saying that to Brock Lesnar. Hey, bud, I don't expect you to respond or anything. I need some of your blood. I'm just gonna hammer this metal pipe into your chest real quick and
Yes,
grab some of it.
and all that is clearer now. But at the
As
get,
it should be.
it was I'm dealing with a tree. It may be
I
In
understand. I
hindsight?
just, yeah. Hindsight's 2020. I get it.
Shit. Yeah.
It
Mistakes
becomes
were
slightly
made.
more clear to me. Yes. However, I
Oh,
do defend.
Yeah, I still did need the sap.
Oh, fuck.
They said it was worth a lot. I figured this metal thing, I could just stab right into it. It would be fine. I'm sure that the gnomes aren't hyperbolic in their dealings in order to try and convince me to get them their stuff quicker. But, okay, so I sent you guys a screenshot. Now, not listed here, right on the eye in Haradi Wilds, there is another river that flows up through that center island. So, you guys are
Okay.
on the right-hand side. Which way are you trying to go? You know what really is the shittiest thing possible for you guys right now?
not.
Rygel's keen mind would really come in handy in this forest.
Why?
He always knows which direction is north.
That's okay. I have a
Well, I'll
compass.
pray to Rigel.
I really hope that works out for you, buddy.
I'm gonna fall to my knees and pray to Rigel for direction.
Give me a religion check.
You got it.
Pray to temporarily be given the
King
guidance feat or something.
Oh, hail Rigel, give me
Ooh.
a mind of kingness.
My religion's a -1,
Oh, shit.
so I got a 14.
14. With a 14, Rigel, I'll allow you to give 3 words to Barry as Rigel. He's asking you for direction in a place you've never been and don't really even know much about. Or maybe even ever have heard of it.
It is north.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Where are we going?
All things considered, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It is north. Yeah, it is. All of it is.
I
Okay.
turn to the guys and I tell them, I feel pulled by Rigel to the north.
To the north it is.
The north is the right way.
What does the compass say?
Is
Rigel
this-
at the time was sculpting another sculpture of himself.
have you entered into the trees yet?
Yeah.
The compass is spinning
Ah,
counterclockwise.
fuck this shit again. Same shit in the Feywild. It's like the fucking woods just constantly wants us lost.
Then,
Adria, save me.
There was a then.
then,
I don't like then.
bing, directly to the left, the compass points.
That doesn't seem right. That way was north. Why is it pointing that way? That's gotta
As
be
you
east,
guys
right?
look up as well, it almost looks like the thatch above is thick that you can only even kind of see the rays of sun shining through.
What angle are they going in?
Jesus.
I use
Just
my survival skill to
every
decide.
angle?
The humidity and the thicket above is diffusing the light, so you're seeing beams. It almost looks like the sun would essentially be directly above your heads. Maybe I don't. It's hard to say because You're not 100% sure what the direction is.
I got 21 for my survival.
It would be to the left. The sun would be to the left. Which essentially, if say you're looking north, it would be over in kind of the western part of the sky. Because it's late in the day at this point. It's starting to get into the pre-evening. Maybe late pre-evening, early evening.
Okay. So then I just keep going this
I think
direction.
we're lost.
No,
I
we're
rolled
not
a-
lost. Don't freak out.
Mike,
What?
for determining north, I rolled a 21 for survival check to determine north.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of how to handle this specific situation.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, 48
I got an
meters. So how are you trying to determine north?
With my survival skills, using the sun and geography of the land. Which way moss grows on trees. Knowing that the river flows north.
Okay.
Perhaps.
So you guys are heading up to the
Not
or
there.
towards the
Well, we know that.
you said you guys went to the east. So knowing that the river flows north is only helpful at the river.
We're
not
at
near
the
the-
river. Yeah.
You're kind of in the middle. In my mind, you're like beneath where the letter D is in Wilds.
Yeah, that's where I see us.
But we're more W.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Perfect.
With the D.
I'm gonna head north now.
It's just north from here.
I'm heading north. Presumably.
How are you determining north?
Directional familiarity. I didn't change directions. I'm walking in one straight line and not turning.
Well, except for the trees are in your way.
So I
And you
sidestep.
kind
I never turn. I keep the degree at which I'm walking straight. I sidestep left. I sidestep right. And I fucking go waka 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 and just keep going in the same fucking direction.
Like an
Okay.
owl.
I've done this
Space
before.
Invaders is what I was gonna say. Okay.
I've done it before.
I've done it before. I've not gotten lost. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I
Okay,
hope
so you continue heading.
the grass is
uh,
gonna move us. Watch.
You continue heading straight ahead. What are you guys doing or looking for? You looking for the river? Are you trying to find, I guess, clay?
We're like
Clay.
a babe in the woods right now, dude. He would have no fucking idea what we are looking for. He'd just be like, "All right, we're finding Muna.
Honestly,
Oh.
We are."
I might slim down the mechanics of the forest because it's like getting lost is almost the least dangerous part of the forest. So I might just have you tell me which direction you want to go, and then have you give me a nature survival check.
Okay.
And whoever has the highest nature survival, and then somebody give them the help action, you guys can roll with advantage. But
I
tell me
might
where
have
you're trying to go.
I have a
Because
plus
that's
5
going to
for
determine
survival.
the rolls I need to make. You have a what?
I have a plus 5 for survival. What do you got, Worm?
I have a +9.
Oh well, then I guess we're gonna go with you, aren't we?
He leads you back to Alta.
Got him. Bitch.
I rolled a natural 1. JK. I rolled a 18. No, 19.
Did you roll with advantage? Because he's giving you the help action as well.
Oh, nice. 19.
All right, where are you guys trying to head?
North. We're just trying to.
Mouth of the river, at least.
Okay, but
Well,
heading.
isn't it all north? Isn't that kind of the joke?
Yeah, until we hit a river, I guess.
Okay, so you're trying to
Where
go.
are
All
we
the
going?
rivers
I
are
kind of
going one
forget.
direction.
We're just walking through the forest, man. We don't have a
So you're
direction.
trying to head north up
Going turn
to
around.
above essentially the L. There's another fork in the
Wait,
river
do we
where it
wanna
goes
fight
straight
the
north
pygmy?
and then northeast. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to essentially head to that fork in the river.
Yeah.
Are we looking for some pygmies to kill?
No. We're trying to find Mona and wherever Key is at. I would assume there would be somebody around here, or somewhere around the camp. So I would hope to find a scout, 1 or 2, when the sun goes down. Start hearing celebration, the smell of fire, and drinks. People getting belligerently drunk. That's my goal. That's what we gotta find. But that's when the sun goes down.
I got you.
Okay, what was the nature survival check you got, Orem? 19?
21. Oh, yeah, 19.
What's everybody's passive perception? Let me have that real fast.
11.
14.
I got a pretty
14
good.
for me.
Where does it say
Couple.
passive?
14.
9.
Uh. 19 is my passive perception.
That's definitely not true.
He's got a high
You have a
wisdom.
19 passive perception.
I got a +5 to my wisdom. It's a full 20. My passive perception is 19.
Okay. Orem, you feel uneasy here. You can't see anything, and all you can hear is birds fluttering and crickets chirping and birds tweeting in the distance. But in your heart of hearts, you know there's something else in general around you. Almost like you're being watched by an invisible force. Something you feel like you might not even be able to exactly pinpoint if you were looking directly at it. You just in general have an overarching sense of discomfort as you guys head up north. But you guys make your way. Go ahead.
I'm continuing touching trees.
Okay.
I want my as intimidating as I look. I want to pose no threat in posture or body language.
Alan, you know, I'm not scared of those trees touching, or I'm not scared of you touching the trees. I'm afraid when they touch back.
That's what we're trying to avoid. As long as we remain friends of the forest and we connect ourselves with nature, I feel that we should be fine.
I'm peeing in a bush.
Doesn't feel right here.
No,
We might be being watched.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Is everybody waiting while Barry pees in a bush?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't take me a long time. I'll come back in just a minute.
You're trying to lock eyes with everybody in the party as you pee. It's almost like that scene from Hal Kumar.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zelonis is tenderly touching trees. Barry pees in a bush. I mean, animals pee in the forest, right? It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I would say that Darius and Barry are maybe the two most suited to be here. Barry is very like, fuck it. He loves sleeping in bushes. Him and bushes. I mean, that's like a second home to Barry.
Yeah, go back.
Can I do Can I do a investigation check to see
what?
if I can find this presence that might have been looking at us?
Sure.
Nice. I rolled an 18 plus 4. That's a 22.
Okay. Now give me an insight check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, because of the 22.
Nice.
Because investigate's not
Oh my
really going to
God.
help you. Really, insight is the one
26.
you want. 26.
Damn.
It's more or less not that there's something or someone watching you. It's almost like the forest itself is keeping track of you.
Mm.
There is no. You have no. No, I won't say that because that might come up and become a thing. You feel though as though the forest is keeping its eyes on you. You guys, against all odds, push your way through and bob and weave, never changing direction, sidesteps only. Make your way up. You guys can start to, in the distance up ahead, start hearing just the sound of a river flowing up, and you make your way up to the Y fork in the river, leading straight up, and then one leading off to the side, presumably to the northeast.
Coyle's just scratching his head like, man, Mona better have some good info for us out here.
Is there?
She's on vacation.
Is the river crossable, or does it look unruly?
It's like 20 feet wide. Crossable. How far can you jump? It is pretty. It's not undoable if you have to get in and swim, but it is moving pretty quick. You will have to make some checks and potentially some saving throws. But
20 feet wide.
I mean, yeah. I feel like everybody can jump 20 feet.
Probably.
God, that's ridiculous.
Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can only leap half that distance.
Up to your strength score?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I can long jump 20
Not
feet.
strength modifier. Not strength modifier, strength score.
Right. So I could jump over it.
I got a dash action.
What if I do an acrobatics roll? Or athletics?
I could let you maybe do acrobatics. I mean, I have an idea in my head, but I'm not, obviously it would be wrong of me to give you guys strategy.
Let's cut down a tree to put it over the river.
TPK. I wonder if I could throw everybody over.
You'd think Charger would give me more distance.
Right?
Well, I mean, yours alone is his little football.
I'm pretty sure I could throw Barry. That far.
Honestly, even though he's heavier than Darius, you'd have genuinely an easier time throwing him because you've explicitly practiced throwing specifically Darius.
Yeah.
Not that you couldn't throw Darius over it, you probably could even do that, but there isn't easiest way to handle this.
I just chopped the dice.
Fly everybody over.
I mean,
Fuck.
I don't
How wide
know
is it?
if that would even work.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
I
you
can't
could get
carry much.
everything straight to the banks. You'd have to fully disarmor,
That's what I was thinking.
and then additionally, they'd have to come with you to the banks because you'd have to kind of like almost be leaning forward to even be able to pop your wings successfully.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they might get impeded by the trees.
I just lost my D12 somehow.
You're overthinking it. Simplest thing in the world. You said you can do what, Zelenis? You can jump 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
I don't want to tie a string or a rope to anything, though. That's the last thing I want to do.
This isn't even a puzzle. This is just thinking.
Yeah. Like, couldn't you jump with us in your arms?
Okay, so Zelonis goes across, and then we pull ourselves across, and then
On a maybe what? Like
Are
a
the trees on the?
like
on the
like maybe
on a
it would be
rope?
good if he jumped with a rope and then pulled you guys.
Right. I was thinking the same thing, but I don't want to tie a rope to anything.
You don't need to tie it to your waist.
yeah, you're the weight.
Oh my god, that dice went far.
Bahamut has
I'll-
given me guidance. I'm gonna
And I'll
tie
and
a
I'll be
rope
the
to my
other
body.
I'll be the weight on this side, and you can take me last.
I'm generally not one to give you guys that advice, but this is not supposed to be a puzzle, so I figured you'd eventually have gotten there. I'll be right back while you guys traverse.
Figure out how to get across the water.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna run outside.
we could
It's
even
real
do it
fast.
this way. Well, I mean, unless we're not actually going through the whole thing. I mean, you could throw me across, and then I could be on the other side and pull the rope with you as everyone comes across. So we got double the strength on it.
Yeah. I could just throw you and then jump right over, and then we could just do that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. I love that I can jump 20 feet.
How far can I jump?
What's your strength score?
17.
17 feet.
Sick.
You'd think with the charger action, I could do more with that, Larry. I'd go further, but it's not in there.
Yeah.
How wide is this?
I don't think they considered that. I like your shirt, Mike.
It's a spaceman sitting on a melting rainbow Earth. Thank you.
I love it.
How wide is this river?
Empty.
20 feet.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw Barry over and I'm gonna jump over.
Okay.
And then we're both gonna hold the rope down while people go through the river, and we'll pull them on the rope.
So everybody's
Sorry.
going to hop in the river.
Yes.
Who's gonna go in first?
I suppose the heaviest of us all. Me.
Coil just drops to the bottom, walks no problem across, climbs back up. Okay. Damn. No, I'm just gonna skip that because I feel like that.
Was there fucking sharks in the goddamn river?
I hope
No, but there was gonna be piranha. However, Darius is the only one made out of like actual organic material, and I just wanted to seem like he was being targeted as he enters the river as the only human and potentially gets bit by piranha. So I'm just going to
That's hilarious.
skip that and not occur. And you guys get pulled across the river and make it out on the other side. Now, there's not really a bank to this river. The trees are like right there.
yeah. So this isn't.
Right at the edge.
Is this
most
the
of-
northern river or the western river?
You tell me which one you crossed.
The western river. I want to go west now.
Okay.
Because
then
we're
take
at
it
that
in.
fork, right? So I'm gonna go west now from there.
Which fork?
The fork right. If you're looking at the I and the L on Mike's snapshot, directly north of that is the fork we're at, and we're gonna head west now. From there,
Okay.
so we're gonna be
Okay.
above the W, north of the
So
W.
you guys are above the W. Which direction are you trying to go?
Okay, with the river to my back.
North.
Gonna head west in a straight line, no
north.
turning, hyper focus.
Is this how you don't lose your kids in Sears?
Yes. You would not believe how focused it takes. As soon as they disappear, decide to fucking hide in the goddamn clothes, I freak out. And they sure get their ass whipped.
Which is the funniest thing, because as a
Oh my
kid, you don't
God.
realize how scary the notion is. Because I mean, as a kid, your goal is to make it so that way you're playing hide and seek.
Yeah, you're having
essentially.
fun, and that's the hardest
Right.
part of being a parent is
And your
understanding
parents'
their
mind
logic.
is like, well, they're going to go missing and get molested or murdered.
Oh my god, I never realized that. I used to always just hide in the.
We all
fucking-
It's-
All of us did.
It scares me.
Wait,
One
say
time,
that again.
like-
Say that one more time, Mike Lang.
Just you don't think as a kid about how when you're in a department store, like, or even a clothing store with your parents, and you just go hide somewhere, it's like a fun little game to you. Like, haha, now I'm in the rack of clothing and they can't see me. But to them, they're like, were they kidnapped and like murder raped? Like, am I ever gonna see my child again? But
Yeah,
to you, you're
that's
just
the
like,
first
now
thing.
I'm in the pants.
Mom, you dumb bitch! You should have had eyes on the back of your head.
Right, you should be able to look at
Fucking
the
idiot.
clothing and at me.
fucking damn cunt!
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Mom. Kill Mom. Kill Mom.
Kill mom! Kill mom!
Sorry.
I would sometimes go on a shelf and like if there was a box, I would go behind the box and then put another box up in front, so there just wasn't a way to find me unless you.
Yeah, like with the toilet paper.
I personally
toilet
really like
paper aisle.
to go into
Or
the
hide-
dog food aisle and do that, and you just like dive behind one of them and just like cut the corner really fast.
And
Yeah, or get
in your
lost in the ball
parents' mind,
rack.
you're like, I may have seen my son for the last time 10 minutes ago. My son may be gone forever. That's what goes through their mind, bro.
You ever
Yeah,
get
but
into
once
all
you
the
have your
balls?
third child, you just don't fucking care. You're just like,
Yeah, honestly, I'd still have, 66% of them. It'll be fine.
yeah, like our youngest would run away, and I'm like, all right, bye, see, I'm leaving.
I want to say something about that. I have two friends that were basically raised as little girls by their stepdad, right? So now one of them's like 32, living in New York City. One of them's in the middle child, they fucked up so bad being the middle child already, and then it's between two sets of parents because of the step parents. So the youngest daughter was a fucking horrible little girl when we were growing up. I thought she was just gonna be like locked in the house. I'm walking my dog the other day when I'm in New Jersey. She comes ripping up on a fucking quad. This little girl, and she's like, "Hi, Nick!" And I was like, "Madison, what the fuck are you doing?" She can do whatever the fuck she wants, dude. And it made me so mad to see that, knowing that it's just like stepdad's little girl, like,
Oh,
like not only the third child, but just
God.
man, I wanted to
Honestly,
fucking.
by the time the parents hit the third one, they're so exhausted from the first two that they just don't have the patience to argue or
The
care.
stepdad didn't even have to raise the first two. They were both like grown already.
Yeah, I'll say as the third kid, my mom had given up because of my brother by the time I was doing the shit that he was doing. She was just like, okay, like when I got suspended from school, she didn't discipline me. She's like, send him home. Okay.
Yeah.
My brother got screamed at. My mom was just like, I did it once. That's as many times as I'm doing this. So, okay, he's suspended.
So we're heading
Yeah,
west.
yeah.
Heading west. Yeah.
I don't have the fucking energy for this. I just don't care anymore.
Okay.
I'm fully
guys-
invested on getting the key.
The key
The
to
key.
Bill Besh's house? Oh. To Bill Besh's locker room?
No, to key.
There is no key.
Key is wherever Mona and her posse are.
He's being a dick.
I'm not being a dick, I'm just being retarded.
I'm being a mark.
Well, that's normal.
He's hell bent on getting to Mona.
Oh,
I know.
man.
Bubka.
Bubka.
I love her. I need to
There.
touch her horns.
Polish
Oh.
them.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
We're going
You're
west.
going west.
Are we there
Okay.
yet?
We're going
Are we west yet?
Orm is just getting impatient. He's the rock guy, so all this tree shit. It's like Charlie and his It's Always Sunny. Trees everywhere. Trees. What is this place?
Hey Barry, aren't you
You
from
guys-
this place? The fuck, man.
It Am I around this area?
Not really. You were from Holdran, and your
Yeah.
people probably would have thought of the Harati Wilds as just like there's nothing of value there. It's a forest. Like, who can we
That
get
is
stuff
my
from
point.
the woods? We're so close
Yeah.
to fucking Kalta. We can make it to Katil. Like, there's other surrounding things that are stealable. Your people at some
Yeah.
point probably made it to the edge of the forest, saw how thick it was, and was like, "Oh, we're not doing this. Fuck this," and literally just turned around and left.
Yeah, this is gonna get too easy to get lost. Get out of here.
You guys make your way west. As you guys make your way partially west, the sun is now starting to set. You can see the glow of the orange sun kind of in the horizon through the trees. And because of all of the trees and sort of the gentle fog through the trees, it's like scattered light everywhere. But you can tell that the sun is orange, which means it's starting to go down. You hear like a very, very loud whistle coming from an indiscernible location.
Can Coil attempt to copy it with his internal whistle?
Give me a performance check.
Alright.
Well, boys, it's been a great run.
18 plus
See you
5,
later.
23.
Okay, you do an identical whistle.
Coil, I don't know what
You
that
did
does.
something good, I hope.
Well, I mean, think about it. If it's a bunch of little
I
pink
just
guys
clapped
trying to
because it was
signal
so
to each
good.
other,
Yeah, dude, good whistling.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
You hear the whistle again louder, but this time, Coil, you're able to discern that it's coming from the north.
Reply to it.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a good old toot again.
Toot toot.
Should I make another performance check?
Ye-
You say yes.
Be good, please be good, please be.
19 plus 5, 24. Dude, this is I feel like this is the first fucking time I've ever.
This
rolled
is what
good
gets
this
us killed,
entire,
though.
Like 14 sessions.
You're giving up our position.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hope this is good. I hope this is friendly. But
Yeah, this is the chieftain of Nay, calling back all of his scavengers. No.
God no.
Hold on, I need to check a document for a couple of things.
The pygmies
Metal
AC and
Man
hit points.
done
Namely,
bad
hit points and hit damage.
No way.
I'm ready to die.
I'm not.
Let's do it, guys.
I don't want to
Full
die.
party wipe. Let's go.
Zalonis will never die.
He could.
Okay,
I
so
every
you
second.
respond to the whistle, you hear it again, and it is just coming from... Did I just fucking close it? What does the minus symbol mean? Does it mean close or does it mean fucking exit? It sounds like it's coming from...
The north.
Sure.
You're able to further pinpoint it now. It's coming from the northwest.
How far does it sound?
It sounds. That's a you did it. Give me a
Survival
pers-
check.
survival check. Sure.
Yeah. Damn
Not
it.
you. It would have to be Coil.
What's that?
Yeah,
Not me.
have to be me.
No, of course not you.
I have ears.
What do your elf ears hear?
Do you have ears,
I don't know.
or do you hear
Yeah.
through that vibration?
I have ears.
Okay.
What a person?
Well,
I have
only
ears.
things that can only come up in D&D. Do you
Do I
have
have
ears?
ears? Do I have eyelashes?
I got ears.
I don't think he has eyelashes.
No, remember, Reichel asked me if I had eyelashes. we were in
Oh,
Cthulhu.
that's right. Yeah, that's true.
SpongeBob close up of
So it sounds like it's coming northwestish. Do you head in that direction?
It was a 12, by the way.
What do you think, Coil?
Oh, Emily literally walked in and showed me a bunch of fucking hand pies. I'm really sorry. Say that one more time. Like she walked in and I was like, ooh, nice, and I thought you were addressing Mark Adamsick.
I mean, I guess he's kind of addressing the whole party.
Yeah, I mean,
It's coming from a distance. You're gonna need to traverse more.
So, do we
Just from a can we tell if it sounds dangerous? I mean, like, can it sound friendly versus?
look, we're in a bunch of trees that can field goal, kick, and throw boulders. Whatever's doing that whistle probably isn't a tree. I vote we go to the whistle.
You think
The
so?
whistler has lips, probably.
Yeah.
Can Zelonis
birds
whistle?
don't have lips?
Maybe not.
Probably not, right?
Is a beak.
Or
I do not
probably
have a-
can't whistle
Do you have
either.
a beak?
have
I don't have a beak.
I
but-
whistle like a cave would whistle. A cave can whistle.
Out of your asshole?
It just sounds like wind blowing through a fucking rock corridor.
Okay.
It's probably just a deeper whistle than human.
Alright, so I guess to the whistle we go then.
All right. You guys start making your way.
Over the mountain and through the woods, to the whistle we
Oh,
go.
we're gonna fucking die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Towards the whistle. And you guys find yourself everybody give me survival checks.
We're ensnared in traps now, guys. Way to go.
19.
7.
Can I cast detect traps?
17.
Ken?
Daddy got a 10.
Find traps.
Okay, I don't care what the specific name is. Yes, you can cast it.
Okay, I did it.
Okay.
I
You don't
trapped.
detect any traps.
Okay.
Put those dice down.
No, I'm just seeing how many I can hold like
Uh-huh.
this without them dropping. I keep adding one.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see, because right now I'm at 7. I just did 6. You guys find yourself at another riverbank across from another piece of land. Coil, you would feel like this is potentially where the whistling would have come from, is across this river in some form or fashion.
So
Coil.
the real question is, do we traverse it or do we sit here?
Coil, do the whistle, see if it answers again.
All right, Coil lets out another big old whistle.
It's your performo check, buddy.
All right, 17 plus 5, 22.
Cool. So you hear a whistle back, and you guys have a map, so you know that this thing across the river is like a pretty skinny, smaller little island. You hear it coming from the northern part of the little island, right across the map, or right across the river.
All right, I say we go for it.
Really?
I look, we could go round and round in this forest forever. We haven't seen anything else that indicates where Mona is. We luckily haven't seen the pygmies. Like,
What if those are the pygmies?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
On this
Like-
small little island of tribing.
My dragon heart tells me we shouldn't.
I mean, look, I got fucking scraped by a tree, so I mean, I'll defer, but I don't think we should just be chilling in this forest all night. And the only thing we really have to work towards right now is swords.
Right, and you do see that the sun is going down.
I have nothing to lose. I'm Aurum. Dave?
All right.
I think we should go back to Kalta.
I'm sure you think that, dude.
Oh my god.
All right.
Let's get to it then, I guess.
All right.
Cross.
Across we go.
Bahamut, protect me.
Alright, so you guys are gonna do the same essential thing?
Yeah.
No piranhas.
I'm legitimately
Sure.
praying for Bahamut's protection right now.
You guys get across the river, and where would you like to go? There's a part in the island goes like this. You're at the
Bottom part.
this part.
The middle
So
part.
I guess the
Yeah,
whistle is
essentially,
towards
right?
the north.
Because you said that you were heading northwest towards the whistle.
Yeah.
So you're like near that middle-ish part, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna fucking die. We'll head north.
The trees turned into dragons! No.
Not
Inside of a
again!
dungeon! Not again. Fucking trees.
You're actually in the mouth of a creature the whole time. Oh my god. He's legendary.
That's my new game. That's 16 of them. Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
North.
Like,
North, yeah.
Along the shoreline.
Yeah. Let's stay
there
on-
is no shoreline along. It's trees. Trees basically making an archway over the river. They're thatched tops meeting essentially over the river. So there isn't really a shoreline.
Okay.
Heading towards the north, I guess.
You guys in the distance start to hear a familiar sound of camaraderie,
Yeah.
the likes of which you have not heard in many moons.
Yeah.
I've never heard this before.
My pace quickens.
You guys hit an opening in the trees, and before you lies the small village of Key.
Yeah!
That is where we're going to end our session.